right. All right. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. I'm here. I made it. So, let's see. 1 second here. I got to check my audio, make sure that this is correct. Yeah, yeah, da, 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 da. All right. And all right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Futures are open. Just a reminder that the markets are closed tomorrow in the United States. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the United States. So we will not have a market tomorrow, but futures are open. And they appear to be down slightly. So just getting everything set up here. I did a lot of running around this weekend and had my computer with me. So literally came home, set the computer back up, and started the stream. So we have a little bit of preparation here. Should have been done earlier, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But I am here and we are live. So let's get this. Where's Model 3 dude? Let's get this party started. There he is. Let's bring the chat in here, shall we? Well, we'll get the chat in here. Maybe. Maybe. Working on it. Hey. I don't know where the chat is. Well, anyway, maybe we'll get the chat in there. Just letting these futures kind of do their thing. And I'll tell you what, also, hopefully, we're going to have some special guests in here. Special guests, right? Where's my volume? It's always something with these dang computers. But we shall overcome, as they say. All right, so let's see. Let's bring in this. Oh, I'll tell you what. So we have the futures open. Let's see. 1 minute. This is so for anybody who's new to the futures opening stream, let me explain what we've got here. So we have in the the left column is the equities column. So we have the NASDAQ futures, we have the S&P futures, we have the Dow 30 futures here. The middle column is energy. We have crude oil on the top, natural gas in the middle, and gasoline at the bottom. And the right column is the uh, indicators slash bonds column. So we have the VIX futures here. Get these set back to 1 minute. The VIX futures, the 10-year notes in the middle, and at the bottom we have the dollar index. I'm not sure if this is open. I don't think the dollar trade. Well, maybe it is. Uh, is it moving? I can't tell. Yeah, it's moving. Okay, moving. So that's what we've got there. Model 3 dude, I thought you were calling in on the ISDN line tonight. No, we're not going to have you on ISDN. um, anyway, let me see what's going on with this. This doesn't seem right. Does not seem right. Right? That's oh. Okay, I got some weirdness here. With my audio setup. So bear with me. Tell you what, I'm gonna switch over to the browser here and get a video going here. And I got to check my audio settings. It's just not right. I think you'll be. I think. Um, just as an aside here, we're on a different internet connection today, so I think that we're going to be much better quality, and hopefully we won't have those hiccups that we normally have. So let me see what's going on. Okay, no audio there. All right, 1 second, guys. All right. Okay. I don't know why I have this. I'm having this issue now. This is so weird. Okay. Yeah, this is not quite right. Hmm. Well, I guess we can do it this way. All right.
Everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button.
Okay. Yeah, boy. I tell you, it's crazy how you plug everything in the same way and it decides to operate totally differently. That's messed up. Messed up. Hmm. I'm still figuring this out here. Just one sec. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Hmm. Man, how weird. How weird. That is really weird. What the hell? How strange. Very strange. Okay. I think I can do this here. So see my that. All right. Well, let's try let's try this. Okay. Let me give myself a little more volume here and right. Let's see if this works. So switch over to this. This is why you don't wait to the last minute to get anything working here. I'll tell you. Okay. Let's hear Donnie's opinion. Who does AA work for? See, our volume is going to be, well, hopefully it's
This is
good.
not financial advice. It's not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only. And everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all the YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos. I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see them analyze that data. Listen, I know there's a lot of people who trust Aron. I mean, with their life, but he's made a
With
lot of decisions that
their
I
life?
consider to be very
Okay.
questionable. And I know I'm gonna take a lot of heat for this. And then the shields are gonna come out and tell me that then I should sell my shares. I mean, they tell me that every day. If I don't support Aron, I need to sell my shares. Well, listen,
Who
I am
says
not
that?
selling my shares. Those are my shares. I can do with it what I want. And if I see Aron engage in behavior that I think is contrary to the best interests of AMC, contrary to the best interests of retail investors, I'm going to call him out. And you guys could be mad at me, you could be upset with me, but you're entitled to your opinion. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion. Here's the thing. People have been sending me additional information about a project that Aron was running in 2008. Some club in Club Jaluka Luxury Resort, or something similar to that. And it seems that he came in, put his people on the board, and diluted the company and made it an easy grab for his hedgy homies. Now, this is the information they sent me. I didn't investigate it entirely yet, but I'm in the process of investigating and getting more information on that. And if it's true, I mean, this could be, AMC might be Jaluka Luxury Resort 2.0, because I believe that his actions have diluted the value of the company. We told him we didn't want any dilution, any new shares, and then he went around our back and issued the 8 shares.
I mean,
and then he said that the 8 shares was to generate cash and get us out of debt, and then he waited. Instead of selling at $10, $9, $8, $7, $6, $5, $4, he waited till it was
$3, $2, $1
to sell, and then he sold to them under 62 cents. Does that sound like someone who has our best interest at heart, or has the hedgie's best interest at heart? Okay, he has put Antara in a position to take over AMC, and they will have a bigger voting block than retail investors. To me, that is
oh my God,
and
that's outrageous.
With other things, tell me that he is not working for retail investors. He is working for himself and his hedgy buddies, and that is my opinion. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but you guys are entitled to your opinion also.
I don't think he's going to get too much hate for it. I mean, I've seen plenty of people say this.
My own conclusions. I am not mad at you guys. I'm not upset with you guys, and you can interpret his actions the way you see fit, and I'm going to interpret his actions the way I see fit. Anyway, please leave some comments and tell me if you think Aron's actions were to the benefit of retail investors or to the benefit of himself and his hedgy buddies. Anyway,
I mean, why does it have to? Why is that the choice? Benefit of retail investors, benefit of hedgy buddies. I mean, I think Manuel says it best here. Only took him 20 months to figure out Aron used retail to save the company. And don't they take pride in that? I don't know. Very odd. Very odd. Sounds good. Thanks, Tony. Nice to see everybody here tonight. So hopefully we've got this ironed out. If not, let me know. Volume levels and such. But on this end, it looks good. But man, it's just very weird. Everything's like backwards from the way it normally is, which is odd. But anyway. So this is interesting because, like I said, the market will close and will be closed tomorrow. And then we'll have another futures reopening, I guess, at 6 tomorrow. And we'll see where that takes us. So let's see what else we got out here. I did watch, let's see. All right, we have, this is an interesting one. I had never seen this guy, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure that we've ever seen this guy on the channel. Logical Life Perspectives. AMC stock, it's time to admit that Lou versus Wall Street was right.
Yo, what up? This your boy, Logical Life Perspectives. And I just want to give a AMC stock update, man. And
boy, he's sad.
I think it's time to admit, it's time to admit that it's hard to say. It's going to be hard for the community to do, but it's time to admit that Lou was right. Lou versus Wall Street, he was right. And if you go back on my videos, I called it out too. I was just real suspicious about the activity about the ape dividend or whatever, and the motives behind it. Lou knew. He said it. He said ape was there to screw us. Feel me? So and Aron wasn't our friend. He was in bed with those guys, with the hedgies. And look what happened. I mean, he called it a dividend. That was deceit, because it was actually our own money, and it extracted pressure off the play. It took money off the play and put it into a different ticker, preferred equity, and a lot of apes didn't know what to do with it, and that just that's a lot of liquidity came out of the play and just got handed right over to the hedge funds. And then Aron, he went on ahead and handed a lot over to Antera Capital, millions over to Antera Capital of our own. After they drained us, we're down from $10 all the way down to under $1. And then our money, because a lot of apes sold their APE, their ape, and after they drained us of our liquidity, our own money, they drained us all the way down from $10. It went up it came out at between $4 to $7, went up to 10. They halted it. And then they laddered it all the way down, laddered all of our money all the way down.
Laddered it.
Gave it to Antera Capital.
Laddered it down.
For voting rights. Introduced the proposal after giving all those rights to Antera. And it's strategic. It's strategic. Aron was saying checkmate, acting like it was against the short sellers, but it was checkmate against us, because ape came
years ago, 2 years ago,
liquidity out of the play, took equity out of the play, much more shares to occupy synthetics and nakeds and fade to delivers, handed over to the short sellers. Then reverse stock split, bring the price up, way less shares, way easier to deal with millions of synthetics rather than billions or quadrillions
quadrillions
synthetics. So bring the share price down, price up, more shorting. Probably
bring the share price down, price up. Not sure what that means. Okay.
A slight rise, so they can cover some of those, and as we sell, and a lot of apes are saying that if the proposal goes through, they're out. And I'm kind of on the same page. Like, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved if that proposal goes through. Like, it's obvious. Like, I don't want to be involved. Like, it's the best thing to do.
Oh, he just said the magic word, obvious. What do we say about obvious? Well,
the proposal
I'll pull that up.
And the sad thing about it is that they tricked apes. They tricked a lot of apes, a lot of hardcore YouTuber apes, and have them thinking that the fundamentals are so important that you have to vote yes on that. And it's just a screw job, man. I don't want to be vulgar on YouTube, but even though I can, but it's a screw job. So you know what I'm saying. And the best thing to do is have you a good options position ready. If the vote yes goes through, have a good options position ready to score on that profit on that slight run up afterwards. And they're gonna have everything they need to cover all the synthetics and all but
yes, exactly.
Video after a little bit over 5 minutes, but if we can not
get that
proposal to go through, we still on.
That's the key.
It's just that simple, man. It's easy to see.
Love it.
Still on.
Love it.
prevent the reverse stock split. If we can prevent that reverse stock split,
oh boy,
even if you turn all those shares into 8,
this is it right here.
The conversion, they're gonna start buying because they're gonna eat up them synthetics. The price is gonna start rising. May not be as high as, may not be in the.
I'm really having trouble following what he's saying here.
They're gonna start.
I have to be honest.
To cover those synthetics, but that reverse
seems deranged a little bit. I have to be honest.
With us bringing our share counts down.
Oh, it looks like
it's a no-go, man. It's a no-go. But y'all like, comment, subscribe.
My Ethereum limit order should have been executed. Did it? Yes, it did. What? Let's see here. Yes. So, been playing the weird ass crypto rally. Believe that my order should have been filled. Made a little bit of money over the last couple days. Nice. Oh, yeah, made 8 cents. Sweet. Well, at least I didn't lose anything. Not making fun of him, but does he understand that companies need to make decisions that keep their business viable? Good point. I mean, and I would say no, he probably doesn't. Street talk never makes sense, only to the streets. Speaking of that, to Model 3 dude's point, there is another video here that I watched in the car earlier. Here it is. It's by one of our favorites here, Frankie Muhammad. And
what's up, this Frankie, man? Let me say,
kind of speaks to the same points a little bit. So check this out.
I'm not a financial advisor. Anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion. May not necessarily be factual. Don't let what I say in this video be the determining factor as to whether you should buy, sell, or stock. You know, when you listen to a lot of the AMC content creators on YouTube, as well as on Twitter, especially on Twitter, man, you'll come to the conclusion that when they get upset because of how some of us criticize Adam Aron sometimes, man, you can come to the conclusion that some of them, man, they have unconditional love for Adam Aron. You know, that's that kind of love, man, that God have for us. No matter what we do, the type of mistakes that we make, he always has patience with us. You know, it's like your mom love for you. That's unconditional. No matter how much trouble you get in, how many problems you have, what type of mistakes you make, what you're going through, man, your mom is always going to, show you love and try to protect you. That's unconditional love. See what I'm saying? See, me personally, I don't have unconditional love for Adam Aron. I don't know him well enough to have unconditional love for him. And to be honest with you, most retail investors don't know him that well either. You see what I'm saying? Like I've said in past videos, Adam Aron, man, is not infallible. Adam Aron is not above reproach. You know, he's not above receiving constructive criticism for the work that he's doing at AMC as a CEO. And see, in my opinion, Adam Aron is ruining or have ruined the relationship that he had with millions of retail investors. The thing could have been something special that he had with retail investors.
Could have been something special.
People, man,
could have had something special.
And the only thing they waiting on is just to get paid. See what I'm saying? And see the people, man, that support him. Those people that go on YouTube, those people that go on Twitter, and you get upset because people criticize him, man, he destroyed the relationship with millions of retail investors. And that's a fact. It ain't got nothing to do with
fact, Jack.
That's something that he did himself. You see what I'm saying? That's on him. Man, if you look at some of the decisions that he's made over the past 2 years, as far as AMC, as far as the retail investors, some of the decisions that he's made, man, with the stock and us, it's been unacceptable. And the deal that he did with Antara, man, that particular deal was extremely harmful to retail investors as well as their portfolio. And if you just look at the threat of the proposals that he put out there, it's been divisive and that's been devastating to the community. You see what I'm saying? So, man, you can't tell me that Aron couldn't have did a better job with running the company, managing the stock, as well as dealing with millions of retail investors. He could have did a better job. But see, in my opinion, what he did was he put his financial needs, AMC financial needs.
Here it is, right here, this part.
Business partner financial needs and the board financial needs over the retail investors.
Of course he did. Of course he did. And drop out Jerome. Interesting name. Regardless of what the outcome of the vote is, Moass is inevitable and already in motion. I would, I'm curious what the basis for that belief is, what evidence there is to support that conclusion. But don't feel like you have to try to convince us. Just an interesting statement.
Over the shareholders. But what was damaging was he did it in a reckless way, in a excessive way. See, that was the problem. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why, man, I feel like the reason why he has done, in my opinion, the reason why he's done such a terrible job with managing, man, probably over 10 million retail investors is because he was selfish and because of greed. You see what I'm saying? That's just the way I feel. And for those, man, that say that, well, retail investors, and shareholders, they don't have the right to be questioning Aron because they've never been the CEO of a company. So let's just look at it like this, man. Let's just say, man, you go to a particular Mercedes-Benz dealership. And when you go to that particular dealership,
no, not blind.
That you want.
Not
they
blind.
Never have the cars in that you want. They're never able to get people approved for the cars. You see what I'm saying? They're never.
It's just so funny because it's like, oh yeah, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It will happen. It's this thing in the future. It will happen. Every prediction has been wrong. Every date, every catalyst has turned out to be nothing, basically. So, I think that we got a troll here, maybe. I don't know. I know that there are people who are this delusional out there, obviously, but like quite the opposite, being blind. We look at the evidence, and the evidence doesn't support that at all. You've got a dying company. You've got overzealous retail investors who believe anything that they read on social media. And you've had shorts covering their positions the whole time, even though, shorts haven't covered. Shorts haven't covered. So, it's just comical.
Never enough cars there. They never, man, have your car ready on time when you go to the sales department. The customer service is.
What does that mean? Stop streaming with a toaster. That's a good one, Morantz. That's hilarious, man. You're fucking funny.
The parts that you need in the service department is never there. Well, look, man.
What the fuck?
You don't have to be the CEO of a company to understand that it's something wrong with the way that company and that particular dealership.
He's a grifter, just like the rest of them.
Is being managed. And man, if you look at the comments and if you listen to what people are saying on social media about Aron and about how he's managing AMC, It's a lot of people, man, upset.
What's the difference between covering shorts and closing shorts? I love this false distinction.
With the way he's managing the company. See what I'm saying? And in corporate America, man, that's a serious problem. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, man, people, man, y'all can.
He hates AMC because he's a GameStop grifter. He hates AMC because he's a GameStop grifter, and he can't handle being fact-checked. Oh, he hates that. Yeah. How do those dividends work, Marantz? Again?
Y'all can. Those people, man, they support
Clown.
him. Man, you can defend him. Man, you can, you can get upset with us. Man, that's on you. But understand this, man, you got the right, to feel the way you feel. We see how you feel.
Actually, I agree with that.
But we're not going to compromise the way we feel just because you feel some type of way about Adam Aron. And I'm going to close with this, man. Look, Adam Aron could have built a special relationship with over millions of retail investors.
We could have had something special.
Instead, in my opinion, he destroyed it because of selfishness and greed. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
He sure is, Lynn. I mean, I don't question what you guys do in the chat. Right? Whatever you want to do, it's in y'all's hands. So I go with the flow on that. But the reality is, I mean, we're not here to be convinced. We're not here to change anybody's mind. Just look at the facts and look at what's being claimed. So, but here's Lou. Here's Lou.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday morning. All right. Let me put something out here because last night I had the wine lounge.
The wine lounge.
And I saw somebody say something there, but I didn't have a chance to comment. It was one of those things when you see it, it registers up here, but you wait till later on to like put your thoughts into words. The person there said something to the effect of, "We can save Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBY." And I started thinking to myself, why on God's earth are poor people? And I'm going to say it like that because even if you're a heart surgeon making 300-something thousand a year, you're a poor person. Because if something happens and you can no longer perform surgery,
don't fall for his grift, Romanian.
Check away from being deleted.
Don't fall for it.
So I don't say that in a form of.
I mean, whatever. Do your own thing, but just
an understanding. It's either you're one of them or you're one of us. What that means by one of them is people that are surrounded by, for lack of a better word, lucrative opportunities just because the circles they travel around. Maybe that's going to be too far.
So we did delete all his videos, pretty much.
There's certain people that the people they're around provide them with certain investment opportunities, certain job opportunities. Hey, Dave, you want to be the CEO of this company we're putting together? That type of stuff. It's just it's a club, like George Carlin said, and you and I are not in it. Okay, the money that I made in my life is because I've strategized along the way. It's just one of these things. Do I have friends? Do I know people? Yeah, but they're people that also have put together everything along the way. There's never the wink, wink, nod, nod. Hey, this is what we're doing. Yeah. Anyway, let me get back to saving the company. Why on the earth would poor people that have mortgages, people that have credit card bills?
Well, if you don't like it, why are you here? Okay.
People have to get up to go to work every day. People that are facing the future, not knowing if they're going to have enough to retire. People that are overtaxed. People that pay more today for food than they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, so on. Why would they be trying to save a corporation that the executive team is highly compensated, is gifted stocks, and ensuring their...
we talked about it on a previous stream.
I was in New York before I left New York.
I walked by one of the AMCs on Broadway, something like 80
A few streams back.
and I saw young black woman. She worked there, and she was inside.
Star Omega. Hi.
Of the like the entrance area, you make a left.
Lost 50K on Sundial listening to Lou.
Do you think that when Popcorn got
and Phil for Real deleted the video where he threatened trolls
and her financial well-being and saving?
I mean, it's probably a good thing. I mean, that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Threatening to pop people's tops. Come through. Come through. I want you to come through. What garbage.
No. And I just don't understand why the mentality.
I mean, you know that
continues to be we have to save this company.
You know that you got, this is a fucked up situation when you got that. I mean, it's just it's crazy.
That company. When all this started, you had people in GameStop saying we're going to save GameStop. How's that worked out for you? Has GameStop returned the favor? Has the corporation done anything in order to save you? Look at AMC; it's a perfect example. We've seen plenty of times where the executive team and Popcorn itself dump shares that hurt the stock price, that affected retail, but bettered them, but continue to say we're with ease. Then you look at Bed Bath & Beyond. Remember that whole thing about the CFO and the the other guy, cooking the books, and when he took a dive out the window and that kind of shit? You're saying that helped you financially? Look, let me lay down the rules going forward in 2023. My vision for retail is for them to stop trying to save company and for them to start saving themselves. When there is a play in this messed up market, I'll just put it like that. And you get into a play and you make profits, who are you going to save? The company or your family? My book, I know who I'm saving.
Okay.
You do not put
is there still an echo, Manuel,
in the hands of people that don't care about you.
And is it in the video, or is it in my voice, or is it gone? Hopefully it's gone. No, can't be gone. Shit. Son of a gun. Let's okay. Let's see. Echo is gone. Oh, thanks, Lynn. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I had my laptop out today and then came back, plugged it in, plugged everything in, even the same USB port. And at first, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So, but then now it seems to be working the echo in the echo chamber. Good. Now it seems to be back to normal, which is so weird. So weird. But now I got to make sure that the audio is right on here.
What I mean is when you invest in the stock and you go, I'm going to hold on no matter what, I like the company. Think about what I just said. Listen to how that sounds. Lambo's it's early in the morning. Somebody
stop trying to save companies.
I got to get home, so it's like, whatever.
So weird.
How does that sound? You're going to save the company.
Maybe.
But you got to go work every day for another
Manuel.
Company. How does that sound? You got to save that company, but you have no connection, no conversation, anything with the CEO. How does that sound? You're going to save the company, but if you show up to that company and to support your family properly,
nice to see you,
they
sir.
probably won't even take your damn resume. Look, some of you out there have this belief that it's the right thing to do to save a company. And I'm going to tell you something. Companies are not designed to be saved.
He looks like a thumb.
Are designed to run their course, serve the people that do business with them. And in the end, if they cannot fulfill that need in the future, organically, they go out of business.
I actually agree with
There's
that.
There's an ebb and flow into the way the world of business works. I'll give you an example.
Not every company should be saved.
Let's look at a company. Let's look at Kodak. Okay, there's a couple of companies I could put out there, but let's just say Kodak. Remember Kodak, the Kodak camera, the Kodak film, the Kodak photo centers where you used to drop off your film, come back 8 days later and see pictures of your ugly, whatever. Anyway, in a world of digital cameras, in a world of an iPhone 13, in a world full of GoPros, Kodak was not meant to survive, because if they didn't evolve they couldn't survive that. That's just how it is. It was a different era that came in. To say that you're going to save them, it makes no sense. Companies are designed to have a time frame. Some of them continue going on. Like you look at, for example, like a McDonald's. I think the food is disgusting, whatever. But for millions of people that need to grab a fast meal, it's next to every highway, it's in every airport, it's in every city, and it's there. So it serves a purpose going forward. So it continues going on. So I can understand that, but why would you want to save a corporation that's worth billions? Let them do that to themselves. You understand? Going back to AMC. AMC is a Kodak, and the iPhone 13 is called streaming. Eventually, streaming will kill AMC. Why? Because streaming does not have to pay monthly rent in order to do business in the capacity of multiple movie theaters. Streaming has a low-cost operational model. It reaches more people 24 hours a day on a global basis in areas where there is no movie theaters. So it's expanding the reach of the movie to people who do not have a movie theater. And you think, how could that be? How could people not have a movie theater? Maybe you haven't traveled outside the United States or even inside the United States. If you go around the United States, you're going to find areas that for miles there's nothing, but there's people. Streaming, while it's
okay, streaming,
the price of can stand them. Let me tell you something. There's something in them. There's people that are salespeople. Okay, they make a living doing sales. I respect them. It's a hard life doing sales. And then there's deal makers. Okay, and I was in that world.
Donald Trump.
Okay, they're the kind of people that try to figure out what's best for both sides in order to gain, something that works. And that's not an easy life nonetheless, but you try to do something that both sides win. Then there's the species that goes off to the CEO. And the CEO is usually, and I'm gonna say it in my way, this filthy cutthroat type of shady shapeshifter, chameleon type, friend to all, loyal to none type, like personality. And I can tell you 100%, I've been around them. I can tell you it's just how it is. Okay, they're the politicians of the corporate world. That being said, think about how they feel when they hear you saying you're going to save their company, when it's their job to save their company, their job to save their income. You understand? And you're volunteering to save them. Has anybody ever said, I'm going to volunteer I'm going to go work for you today. You stay home. I'm going to go do your shift today. You don't worry about going to work this month. I'm going to work for you, and I'm going to deliver the paycheck for you. You'll see. I'm going to go work for you. I'm going to work real hard. I'm even going to do overtime for you. That's exactly what you're saying when you say you're going to save the company.
So,
okay? Now, if you see what I see,
touched on this a little bit last night in Shadow Star stream, I guess, but yeah. Let's see here. Hmm. I wonder if this is a kind of a bottom for the dollar right now. What we saw on Friday. All right. Okay. I guess Blue is saying, well, we kind of touched on this last night in Shadow Star stream, I guess, like the idea, the apes came for the squeeze and stayed for the fundamentals. It was about a squeeze, which happened. It happened. He went from $2 to $72. 36x. Great. But then, people on YouTube, social media kept saying that, oh, this isn't the squeeze. This isn't the squeeze. This isn't the squeeze. Squeeze is coming, still coming. So people bought in all the way up. And, well, we know what happened after that. So I guess there's still a belief that that's happening. But, it depends on the fundamentals improving. So then it pivoted to this, we saved the company. We have to save the company, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, saving the company does not equal there being a short squeeze. And it's not even a foregone conclusion that the company is saved, first of all. So, I mean, like that would be the most ridiculous kind of reason. Like, oh, we're not going bankrupt, so massive short squeeze. I don't see it. I don't see it. And then there's the notion of, somebody mentioned that short sellers were predatorily shorting AMC during the pandemic. Like it was bad. It was wrong to short companies whose sales basically plummeted to zero because they were closed because of the lockdowns. And it's like, well, I mean, that's how this stuff goes. I mean, it wasn't predatory. It was a great short thesis. It was a great trade, and it made a lot of people a lot of money. So, you know, anyway, let's see, chat here. He's been around top CEOs, so he may have a point. Only way Lou could get close to a CEO is a pimp, drug dealer, or shoe shine. I bought 2,500 shares at 430. Sundial? Wow. But they said it's not about the fundamentals and only about the squeeze due to the large short position. Yeah, that is what they said. But then they seemed to pivot um, to talking about the fundamentals. So yeah, that's always been a question that they've had, or it's always kind of been both or one or the other, or nobody knows. But Marantz Rants mentioned you on one of his videos. Yeah, yep, he did. He sure did, because we mentioned him, fact checked, bought 2,500 AMC for the new squeeze. The new squeeze. Hmm. All right, but I think we get the point of Lou there. Thanks for that one, Manuel. See here. If there's anything else in the chat that came up, yes, or earlier. So here's one that I saw earlier.
Hey guys,
Hey
hope you are
guys,
all having a great day. I wanted to make a video addressing one of the more bullish
stimulate and
scenarios
trade.
involving the future of AMC. For months, we have discussed to death the squeeze thesis, the ability for AMC to pay its debts and whether theaters have a place in the future. On my last video, I talked about why AMC is set to live through some difficult and tumultuous times in the near future, especially with its reverse split. I made my concerns and frustrations with the management team clear and open, and the input I received from most of you was great. Many agreed, many others did not, but at least most explained their reasons why. I am thankful that the community we have built is made up of open-minded individuals who more or less can establish dialogue and agree to disagree while
Right.
bringing fair points of discussion, something that is absent in most other channels and AMC-centric forums. Today's topic will be much less controversial, but much more complex
Oh,
and rich in
really?
opinions and perspectives. We will not talk about Moass this time. Instead, we will discuss AMC's existential position, what its value proposition looks, and whether it could be apt to an acquisition by a larger corporation.
Yeah, I mean, I um, mentioned recently, and then Tanko says, yeah, recently. Yeah, go check it out, I guess. I haven't seen it. I don't really care. He's trash. He's total trash. I mean, like, dude can't handle criticism, then like do some research. Don't put out garbage. Don't put out misinformation about dividends, among other things.
Before we start, I must once again repeat the sacred.
And if you do get criticized, take it like a fucking man. Don't get pissy about it. Like, what a child. He's a child.
Rules of this
Little
channel.
boy.
You are allowed to disagree and express your disagreement with my opinions and that of others, but you will not
Oh, I know it
disrespectful
wasn't
to or anyone
positive.
else. Keep it easy going. It's just opinions at the end of the day.
You know, I'm so used to that I don't even care. Like, I don't need to hear it. I don't care to hear it. I know that what we put out was correct. So let him be a little boy about it. That's totally fine. I mean, I've been getting that kind of hate since the day I started this channel.
With that said, let's get started. Since the MCU became a thing, it has taken over as the main and leading franchise at the box
So
office.
it took me a minute to realize what the hell he was talking about here with the MCU. But I guess that's the Marvel comic universe. I didn't
Where
know.
once we had a healthy amount of diversity at theaters, it now appears that all the money that is made is brought about by the strong and growing fanbase of the MCU as such. A key argument was born, and it was that which states that Disney holds a monopoly at the box office, and that without their existence, movie theaters would cease to exist completely. After the many acquisitions of properties and franchises Disney has done over the past couple of decades, in conjunction with the failure of Warner Brothers to develop a strong and long-lasting DC universe that could rival and compete, there is little room to disagree with this take, or at least, it was for a time. Disney's box office strength has diminished over the recent couple of years after some fatigue saturated their franchises, but they are still bringing in the masses. Furthermore, Avatar: The Way of Water is expected to break over $2 billion at the box office, once again showing that though they are surrounded in controversy, they are not short of projects that will bring the masses to theaters. Now, Disney's grip on movie theaters is incredibly strong, and will remain unrivaled for years to come, but new and unexpected rivals are quickly coming to understand the power play that is releasing movies on theaters. Amazon and Netflix both have huge and strong production companies that pump out high-quality movies every year. On October of 2022 last year, Netflix reached a historic deal with AMC and other minor theater chains that would allow them to show their big-budget movie Glass Onion,
Hey,
A
what's
Knits
going
Out
on with that
Mystery.
deal,
This is
by
an
the way?
unprecedented move, and one that I strongly believe will not be the last to happen either. Making movies has become very expensive, and though streaming service giants reap billions of dollars in revenue, there is much opportunity to make more money for their bang by showcasing their biggest projects on the big screens. This fact, which for some odd reason became so oblivious for so long in due part thanks to the relentless attempts by the corporate media to bankrupt AMC, is now gaining momentum. Amazon was reported last November in 2022 to be planning on spending $1 billion per year on theatrical film releases. This is a huge change that could have unpredictable ramifications for the reasons I will now describe. First and foremost, as I said earlier, Disney has enjoyed being the undisputed king at the box office, and it will maintain itself as king for the short term, but now other movie giants will too be competing against them at the box office. Because there is competition, this could mean AMC would have the means to demand a higher cut per movie ticket, which will affect the bottom line of Disney. But even more so, these new developments make the existential premise of theaters become center front for all. Theaters are here to stay. Maybe they will be a little different from how we have always experienced them to be, but both the need for movie studios to make money at the box office is apparent across more industries than we thought, and the demand by customers to see movies at the big screen is still incredibly strong. This brings into question, if theaters are here to stay, where does AMC stand in this? Well, AMC is buried in nasty debt. It could most certainly use a more refined management team, though I will admit that is my opinion than a fact. It needs serious restructuring, and more important than ever, it would do well to add value proposition to its customers by bolstering a stronger streaming service. I have argued time and again that them acquiring or making a movie production company that makes cheap but fun movies would allow it to not only make money from the box office, but also bolster their streaming service and most certainly grow it over time. Just recently, the movie called Megan came out. It had a budget of just $12 million, and in just 2 weeks' time, it earned 5 times its budget. Imagine if it was AMC raking.
Here's that historic deal. I realize this is a FUD article, so, you know, total FUD article. AMC stock plunges 10% despite historic Netflix deal. This is from October 7th, 2022. Short sellers appear to be winning in the battle over AMC stock. Despite this catalyst, investors appear concerned about the company's overall business model moving forward. 10%. Let's see. A historic deal that has been reached between the cinema chain and streaming giant Netflix provide moviegoers with the opportunity to see the upcoming Netflix original movie Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. Okay. Reportedly, AMC will pay $450 million for the rights to play this one movie in its theaters. Overall, it appears this rights sale may benefit Netflix more than AMC, with consumers able to later watch the movie on the streaming app. Meanwhile, Netflix will reap the majority of the benefits of this movie release in the form of marketing. Okay. So it's unclear how this sequel will do in theaters. The original only grossed $311 million worldwide, and AMC has already paid more than that for the rights to the sequel. Okay, $450 million. So let's see here. What was the price? So, oops, wrong October. So it was like right around here, yeah. So $7, $6, $7, etc. Let's see here. Marantz is a true American. He sits in front of the flag. He's doing Lord's work. I'm sure he will jump in his gamer's chair and spew anger at everyone with no purpose. That's what we do as Americans, right? Tesla tanking. Eventually, he will figure out admitting a mistake. Gamers more support than doubling down on an. Oh, sorry, garners more support. Looks like gamers. But I'm blind. Remember earlier? I'm blind. Support then doubling down on an error. Most recent video didn't hear anything about me. Good. Tell AMC apes that AMC needs a new management to save their investment. Marantz doesn't know what he's talking about. He says AA will dilute with 4 billion shares after the reverse split. Tony, you want the job? You want the job, and you got it. Actually, the funniest one I heard was let's get AMC Biggums as the new CEO of AMC, since he knows so much about it. May have to go a couple videos back on Marantz. I mean, you're not going to affect Model 3 dude with this bearish Tesla talk. I mean, I just you know, it's a free country and it's mostly a free stream. uh, so opinions are welcome. But I'm just saying, he's not going to be phased by that, and that's certainly oh, just joking around. Okay, all right. I mean, because I'm not going to say that I disagree. Anyway, hey, they just cut the price though, so I'm looking at one maybe. Ape Father wants to be the CEO. Oh boy, MULN is going to kick Tesla's butt. Well, that's what stocks and crypto plays says, and we saw that on um, Shadow Star's stream last night. And yeah, we heard about the Tesla that went over the cliff in Pacifica. That was intentional though. So I mean, it could have been a Volkswagen, could have been a Ford. You know, as far as I know, it was an intentional act. Which, but of course, the first thing I thought when I heard it. But anyway, so yeah,
In
where are
this
we
money.
at here?
Don't tell me that it doesn't make sense to develop a small production company to develop low budget but high quality films that can bring in consistent cash.
Low
But I
budget,
am
high
getting carried
quality
away.
films.
Let's bring things back to the main topic. As I was saying, AMC is buried in debt, but its potential to yield higher revenue and pay off its debt is still there, should circumstances ever align. With a market capitalization that has punished them for years and in my opinion, is due to continue affecting AMC.
Actually, I don't think it was Ford. I'll look that up. Um, But I know, yeah, there were several electric vehicles in around the turn of the century, actually. Um, so you had, let's see here. And I happen to be from Cleveland, Ohio, so we have quite a number of manufacturers here, or what we did. But one of which was the Baker Motor Vehicle Company. Um, and yeah, they actually were founded in 1899. Um, so here's let's see. Uh, so this is, yeah, 1901, 1904, 12 cell batteries. Here's a 1909 Baker Suburban Runabout. Um, Baker Electrics. Uh, yeah, very interesting. Here's an ad from the Washington Post from 1906. Look at that. Baker Electrics. The aristocrats of motordom. See this handsome car in our showrooms. Love it. Ford may have made one, but anyway, I kind of, yeah, and that was just one. It was just one of. You also had steam powered cars as well, which were interesting. I think Jay Leno has a Baker, if I remember correctly. I think he has a Baker in his collection, and I think I've seen him actually drive it, which is bizarre. It's so bizarre. And if I remember correctly, it doesn't have a steering wheel. It has like a rod, a steering rod. Anyway, um, you know, not to try to be a know-it-all or anything, but hey, anyway, we should all ride donkeys, level the playing field. All right.
Negatively for the foreseeable future unless the company management does something about that. It actually could make them more desirable. Think about it. If you were Disney or Amazon, an acquisition to a company
I
that would
mean,
cost less than
this is
$10 billion
just
dollars
so
would give them access to
speculative. I
essentially
mean,
a monopoly to theater.
there's really I can't really see any basis for this. Uh, so yeah, Disney wants to take on this massive, enterprise that has a massive amount of debt. Amazon wants to take on. I just don't see it. Just don't see it. Why would they be, the Amazon especially forward looking? Um, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see any evidence for it, and it's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, you can speculate about it. And you can say whatever you want. You can come up with any potential just because it's an idea. It doesn't mean that it has any validity or credibility. So, I mean, this is, you know, I, no one is buying AMC, but it's also not going out of business anytime soon. I would probably agree with that. I mean, like I said, I've said this before. I'll reiterate it. I think that GameStop actually, I mean, so AMC, if you're talking about, these two companies, AMC at least has something that people still want for the foreseeable future. There is a built-in kind of audience. People like movies. And yes, you can stream. Yes, you can whatever, watch it on your computer, download it, stream it, whatever. But there is a difference in seeing, especially certain types of movies on a big screen. Yes. GameStop, however, I don't see what GameStop has to offer at this point. Nobody needs GameStop in the way that they need AMC. and need is interpreted liberally here. Nobody needs to go to the movies, I suppose, but um, I see more of a case for GameStop going out of business first between the two. Just how I see it. Um, and nobody is uh, anti-movie or anti-movie theater or even anti-AMC here. It's just, the reality, or anti-GameStop for that matter. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care. I've never been inside a GameStop in my life. Never had a reason to, and it seems like I'd have less of even less of a reason to now, unless you want to buy some collectibles or something. I don't know. Like if streaming, like whatever streaming services, of which there's like a dozen or whatever, are the AMC category killer, then it'd be things like Steam. Um, I don't know if there's anything else like Steam, but Steam for games, or just digital delivery in general, kind of cuts out the need. When's the last time anybody bought a game? Um, and I can remember as a kid in the 80s, uh, wanting to, really wishing that they there was a way that I could get games for my computer. This IBM PC clone, mid 80s, uh, without having to go to Computerland or Babbage's or whatever the computer store was at the time. We had Computerland, Babbage's, then CompUSA, and then Micro Center. But uh, so now it's like, yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need those stores. And the thing that I dreamed about, I mean, you could get shareware on BBSs and stuff like that. You could, but you couldn't get commercial games. You had to go buy the discs. Now you don't need it. Let's see here. Catching up on this here. Um, Shadow Stars is not a fan of either stocks, but AMC by far has a greater cash burn and massive amount of debt. AMC by far has a greater probability of going bankrupt before GameStop. So Shadow Stars is looking at it from the financials, from the fundamental, um, you know, balance sheet perspective, and of course I respect that. Talking about just you know qualitatively, let's say, uh, I would say the opposite. Now, quantitatively, um, you know, what he's saying is true. You can't dispute the numbers. So, yeah, maybe neither will. Maybe both will. I don't know. Maybe somebody will come in and, you know, let's see. GameStop is a modern form of Blockbuster for video games, and we know what happened to Blockbuster. Yeah, we know what happened to Blockbuster. The shorts shorted them out of business. That's a joke. They didn't. Um, Same thing that happened to Toys R Us. They naked shorted them right down to bankruptcy. Again, that's a joke. We just need the first meme stock to fall, and then the other weak ones will fall. Bed Bath and Beyond will be first, and GameStop. Bed Bath and Beyond will be first. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, their stores are already desolate. I mean, we have a video that Manuel took inside of Bed Bath and Beyond, and it looks like I don't know. It looks like terrible, terrible. Let's see. Fascinated by the idea that people can create generational wealth by investing in meme stocks. Do you know AMC's cash burn rate is directed at A? How much has AMC burned through in the last 9 months? It's a lot. Um, I mean, shit. I just read that they paid $450 million for the rights to that Netflix movie back in October of last year. And by the way, I mean, I think A might be joking here. I don't know. He's a jokester, but you know, nothing that is said here on this stream by myself or any of the other participants in the chat, regulars here, it's not out of spite because of losing money on any of these meme stocks. That's not the basis for any of this. Um, I mean, we some of us have both made and lost money on trading all kinds of things. But in general, well, yeah, I don't talk about my positions. Um, I don't think it's relevant. I don't want to influence anybody, and I want to just go with facts. So, but Shadow Stars says he has zero position in either meme stonks, and okay, Shadow Stars is in the chat, the voice chat. Are you there? See if we got your
Yeah, I'm
audio.
still in here.
Let's see if we got your audio in. How was car
Yep.
day?
No, I got up too late. I went to bed too late. I got distracted watching other stuff. I was trying to fall
Oh
asleep.
no.
When I woke up, it was like 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, ah, shit. I woke up too late to go. So
Oh damn. I had a well, I can't say that I didn't think that that was a possibility because I saw you in Telegram pretty late, so too, chatting in there. So anyway, it happens. It happens for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to address the cash burn thing um here, but
I mean, I just want to address whatever this guy I can't even seem to really tag him through the chat.
I don't know why that doesn't
But
work. Yeah, it doesn't work for me either. He's got some sneaky stuff going on there.
yeah, I guess you might have. Is there a character before the A or some space? I don't know,
I
but
don't know. Yeah, got us fooled there, buddy.
and
Fair game.
whenever anyone says, "Oh yeah, I made a great trade last week. Oh, I made all this money," like I'd like to see proof. A lot of times people, oh, they made all this money, and you figure out, oh, you were paper trading. I'm like,
Yeah,
what good does it do? Yeah, you made 40% on a paper trade. You're not
right.
trading it based on your real money. I don't care if you've quadrupled your account in a paper trade. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah, right. And
And a
but
lot of times, these folks who've made all this money on these meme stocks, a lot of times, if you look at the overall portfolio or the overall trades, like year to date or the past year or two, you'll see they're down massive. Sure, you made 5 grand on this trade in the past week, but how much did you lose in the months before that?
mm-hmm. So let's see here. He says he made $100. He made $100 and never said he made a lot. You assumed that. Um,
I never said you made a lot, but I'm saying I said a lot of the folks who brag about, oh man, I made a great trade on these meme stocks on BBBY, on COS, on AMC, on GME. A lot of the
mm-hmm.
times they got no clue how to trade. They really don't know how to play options. They don't understand the Greeks,
So
Vega,
they're like
theta,
they're bull market
gamma.
they're bull market geniuses. In other words,
Yeah,
they were bull
yeah.
market geniuses. Yeah. I mean, we don't care who makes what and who loses what. I mean, that's mm, couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, we don't care. It doesn't matter to us as far as like who makes money, who loses money. What matters is the information that's being presented factual? Does it have a factual basis? And regardless of that, whether it's factual or not factual, everybody gets lucky sometimes and everybody has bad luck sometimes. So, there's cross pollination there. Um, Panko says everybody wins, nobody ever loses.
Sounds like the abuser of intellect, that guy.
Abuser of
And
intellect,
his
right?
yes, and his great ability to average down because he's never lost on Wall
Ugh,
Street.
that makes no sense. Like, if you're averaging down, haven't you kind of lost money? Like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
There's no trader in the world who has never had a losing trade. It's impossible to have a
It's
100%
impossible.
winning rate in when you trade.
That's true. Yep. And I mean, the losing trades are learning experiences. They should be. That's the way that they're best looked at. They say that traders rarely remember when they made a lot of money. They always remember when they lost a lot of money. And I've heard that said, you know, dozens of times. Um, and so, it's and there's a reason for that, and there's an emotional aspect too. But um, Madoff never lost money. Well, he also never traded anything, though. He it was truly a Ponzi scheme. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see here.
Hold on, what is that first video by Finance News? Adam Aaron just sold 2 million shares of
Oh
AMC.
boy.
What?
All right, so we'll break
This
one
is
of
it's
our.
got to be clickbait.
It's Oh yeah. I mean, you said it. Finance news. I mean, that's clickbait. But I'll do it. I'll do it because it's been a while. And this clown, um, they left YouTube and or they stopped talking about AMC, which basically meant that they stopped making videos because that's all they ever talked about. Um, and then they came back for some reason, and we really have
I
you
could have
know
swore I saw the video saying that, oh, my last AMC video.
yeah, you
And
did,
that was like,
you
I
did.
think back in December. And then
Yeah,
he's
yep.
still been making AMC videos like every day in
He took
January.
about a
And I'm
month. He
like,
took a
what
couple
happened?
weeks off. He took a couple weeks off. That's about it. And this is like par for the course for these clowns. They all, I mean, and yeah, they are the worst. And let's be clear here. We're just looking at this video because it's clickbait. I mean, okay, we're assuming it's clickbait, but it says Adam Aaron just sold 2 million shares of AMC. This is ridiculous. LMFAO. So, what is he talking about? Well, let's see if we can discern anything that's true out of this
What
video.
is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us today and for your support. My name is Matt Stoner. There are finally signs.
Matt Stoner. I'll never get over that name. I love that name, Matt Stoner. And that is his real name. I have looked into this guy. That is his real name. He's an actor from California. He's an actor. He's a university educated actor, actually. We've watched his demo reel. It's on YouTube. He's terrible. So, I mean, anyway, he's an actor.
That we are seeing whistleblowers come forward, and the most prominent ones are coming directly from Citadel. Be sure to stick around.
Oh,
Before I get into it, please
oh,
make sure to.
have you seen anything about this Citadel whistleblower nonsense? That I I saw something about it, but I didn't really look into it. But yeah, I'm curious now. So maybe this will answer those questions too.
Smash that thumbs up for me and subscribe
Yeah.
to the channel.
Wow. 86-0.
Guys, for months, the SEC has been calling on whistleblowers from across Wall Street to earn astronomical sums of money in order to whistleblow on the people that they are working for, which has made the apes call for whistleblowers from a very specific segment of the market, and that is the employees at Citadel. Now, again, we understand that there is manipulation across the entire market, but given what we see on a daily basis, as well as the size of this fund and the fact that they are handling such a staggering amount of retail orders while being pretty much
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He said the size of this fund. So he's talking about Citadel, the hedge fund. But then he says in the same sentence that they're handling a ridiculous or whatever amount of retail orders. So is he talking about the market maker or the hedge fund? I mean, they like to switch back and forth between them both, and just Citadel. Did you catch that? I mean, what the hell? Kind of not.
I can't follow what the hell this guy is saying. Yeah, it's not making any sense.
Yeah,
I'd love
well,
to get some sources as to what he's referencing to back up any of the stuff he's
yeah.
spewing out.
Well, hey, he's got some stuff here from Twitter, so let's withhold judgment until. All right.
Only hedge fund to entirely outperform the market. There are questions as to whether or not there could potentially, allegedly, be some degree of malfeasance coming from inside.
Malfeasance.
Now, again, we have started to see more of these whistleblowing.
Been listening to Donahue.
And a lot of them are anonymous, but it does look like once and for all, we are finally starting to see the people from inside Citadel itself turn on the company that built them up. Once again, God of Markets, saying SEC whistleblower filing.
God of
Citadel
Markets
submitted 80 million incorrect trades on their blue sheets.
Now, we saw this.
There were a handful of funds that were implicated in this crime. As usual, the fines were laughable at best, but again, it does look like we are seeing this happening here as well. Now, people on the Superstock subreddit asked as to whether or not this was a decoding of the tweet that was put out by Ryan Cohen. Again, somebody searched Blue Diamond, and Citadel found an SEC whistleblower filing that indicates that Citadel submitted 80 million incorrect trades on their blue sheet stocks. Again, SEC putting out their own posting saying the Securities and Exchange Commission today announced that 3 broker-dealers have agreed to pay more than $6 million. Laughable. Laughable. Think about that. Let's think about the number, what was it, 80 million trades and $6 million. That is actual pennies for every single one of these trades. Now, again, to settle charges for providing the SEC with incomplete and inaccurate securities trading information and required SEC productions, known as blue sheet data, which the SEC uses to carry out its enforcement and regulatory obligations, including the investigation of insider trading and other fraudulent activity. Now, again, if they are not even reporting this, how are we going to figure out the degree of fraudulent activity, or at least how is the SEC, if they're not doing this? Now, again, over a period of several years, this has been happening. Citadel, Nataxis, and MUFG each made numerous deficient blue sheet submissions containing inaccurate or missing data, incorrect order execution times that failed to adjust for time zone changes, and incorrect or missing exchange codes, transaction types, identifiers, opposing broker number, and contraparty identifiers. Citadel, the largest provider of blue sheet data of the firms charged today, submitted incorrect data for 80 million trades in total. The rest of them were about 150.
I mean, 80 million trades. Okay. Shit, that is such a small, over a period of several years. I mean, that's not really that much. If it was over several years, I mean, okay. But also, where do we get to the part about Aron selling 1 million shares or 2 million shares? I'm sorry. We skip to that. I've heard about this Citadel thing, and it's just kind of a nothing burger. There's always some shit going on like that. I mean, there's always fines. I mean, it doesn't make it right, no, but that's that's the reality of it. And the apes thought they were going to get more than $6 million per share. So of course they're going to say, "Oh, it's laughable." I don't really care, to be honest. I just don't care about that. So let's skip past this. The other market makers that fall. Okay. 80 million violations. Ah, right. Okay, terrible. Okay, now we're going to get Madoff comparisons. I love this.
Which really does lead to the question as to whether or not this was something, questionable. But it's also worth noting, right? They are handling a massive amount of trading volume, and
way more than 8 million.
Contribute to that 80 million number that we were talking about just a second ago. We also need to remember that this gives them a unique advantage with regards to manipulating the stock market. On January 9th, in response to, I'm assuming, the documentary on Netflix, Unusual Whales, saying that Bernie Madoff's brokerage firm was processing 10 to 15% of all trading orders for the New York Stock Exchange on a daily basis by the 1990s. This allowed him to, either allegedly manipulate the market, be ahead of trades, be behind trades, but as a market maker, he was still engaging in this activity. Apen ain't easy, said Citadel.
Open ain't easy. Oh, it's so hard to buy one stock and hold it. Jeez, ain't easy.
40%, right? Just let that sink in. Again, can't let that sink in because the sink was never delivered, as we continue to see. So again, these are the
Har. Okay, when Adam Aron?
Great thread. Seems like.
Okay, here it is. Oh,
we also need to remember.
I know what this is. This is so old. God, this guy is so behind. He's so fucking behind. Oh my God, it's laughable. Did you, Shadow Stars, did you see the crap? I think it was an Al from Boston video that we looked at last week, I think. It was like there was another guy named Adam Aron, and somehow it had his connection to, he was a former employee of Citadel, and Al showed like some insider trading report, of executives or whatever, and it showed Adam Aron sold 2 million shares, but it wasn't even on AMC. First of all, it wasn't AMC. It was some other ticker which you couldn't see because it was cut off, of course. And it wasn't. It's like another guy named Adam Aron has no connection whatsoever to AMC. That's what this is. I can see that right here, but I'll let him say it because it's going to be fun to hear him stumble through this. But did you remember that at all, Shadow Stars? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I vaguely recall that. Yeah, it was it Al from Boston, and I think Donahue George, another clown.
Of course.
I remember
Yeah,
him.
of
I
course.
think
Yeah.
talking about. Oh yeah, we got a fake Adam Aron. And this is Citadel trying to
Yep.
confuse the folks. I'm like, what in God's green earth are you talking about? I just can't understand their logic.
It's ridiculous.
It's just
Okay.
too hard to follow.
It is. It really is.
Issues that we
All
take
right.
a look at and the issues with here as well. But at the same time, we also need to remember that there are people out there that are trying to make it look like AMC is the problem, right? Dade Murphy on January 9th put out a really great thread saying if it wants to go down a huge rabbit hole and traverse a maze of questions, check this out. Meet Adam Aron. No, not our Adam Aron. Well, maybe this Adam Aron has no pictures. Seems like the photo was taken from an old, now defunct MySpace profile. It looks like he is not Adam Aron. He's senior analyst at Citadel. Again, the other real Adam Aron is with Alexandra Shapiro, the EVP of brand marketing strategy at Peacock and NBC Universal. It's one of 37 capital filings when you take a look. Again, he was a senior analyst at Citadel. He worked at Syncactive Capital, which again has all of these other things. But the thing that they're trying to point out here is the possibility that they're trying to make it look like Adam Aron, our Adam Aron, is selling shares. Here we go. Adam Aron and Alexandria Shapiro selling AMC shares here as well. Which somebody here as well says, right? Can Griffin build his own Adam Aron?
Okay, this is not AMC. I mean, it's just not like.
Possibility
and Dade Murphy, Naked Jock Man, even said that this is not AMC. That person who posted this even clarified in the thread of tweets, this is not AMC stock. Yet all of these grifters are claiming that it is. I mean, and herein lies the problem. I haven't heard anybody else call this shit out. Now, maybe, you could say, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's nonsense, of course, anyway. Maybe it doesn't, but that's who you're dealing with here. That's exactly what you're dealing with here, and that's why. So yeah, first of all, look at this cut off ass screenshot. I mean, you're gonna post that and make a claim about it? Ridiculous.
that they're trying to make it look.
They're trying to. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back because he does show it there for a second, for a very quick set, right there, right there. So this is the full image that was posted. It's cut off. It's absolutely cut off. You can't see. We don't know. I can't tell at all what stock this is, but it's certainly not AMC because these are insiders. Look at all these insiders. None of these people are AMC insiders. Alexandra Shapiro isn't. And they would have to be insiders, either board members, directors, C-suite, or large shareholders to have reported their sales on this type of reporting. So anyway, yeah, it also talks about warrants here up in the thing, but it doesn't say anywhere up here what stock this is. It just says common stock, shares of common stock, and yeah. So it's showing a total of 248 million shares beneficially owned prior to offering maximum number of shares of common stock to be sold pursuant to prospectus, and number of shares of common stock beneficially owned after offering. So, I mean, I'm just not AMC stock. The person who tweeted it even said that. Nobody who's highlighted this has noticed that or even cared to look. It's typical AMC grifter right here, as far as I can tell.
Adam Aron is selling shares. Here we go. Adam Aron and Alexandria Shapiro selling AMC shares here as well. Which somebody here as well says, right? Ken Griffin built his own Adam Aron. Guy gets paid very well for having a name in kind. Like they may have just hired their own Adam Aron. But again, we need to remember that these are the ways that they are willing to circumvent the rules effectively. Again, I'm sure this isn't like technically illegal, like, oh, your name's Adam Aron, we're going to hire you and pay you a boatload of money to sell a bunch of AMC shares. But again, it's worth remembering that they are willing to do this as well. But it's also worth remembering that there are plenty of other people out there that are continuing to fight against us as well. KN saying, so apparently Alameda, which is FTX's Carolyn, LARPed on 4chan and posted about how she was excited for
I mean, we saw this too.
And AMC isn't worth a day to celebrate. Once again, this is an alleged post here, seeing this, planning out how I'm going to celebrate 8 days of Hanukkah this year.
Oh, it's not an alleged post. It is a post, but it's allegedly posted by her. But look at the date, July 19th, 2021. I mean, AMC stock was, well, of course, this is split adjusted now, but it was like in the 50s. It's in the 30s on this chart, but it was in the 50s then. Pretty sure.
You have Doge, GME, and Sheeb. What other bags, holders, wow, that's messed up. Decided AMC isn't worth a day. It's just
okay.
GameStop. So again, we do have major people out there that have been implicated in a degree of crime and some other stuff here as well.
Crime? Yeah, the answer is always crime. But where are we? What? Where does this come from now? Okay. Oh, look, the one, Ape Radio. This clown. I mean, he's like 5 days behind on tweets. Like, this is a tweet from 5 days ago. Like, what is he doing? This is all old news. Like, it's already been grifted on a lot already. I don't know.
And are showing, that they're fighting against us. But again, we need to remember that at least they're talking about us, right? Representative Andy Barr saying over 1 million retail investors are estimated to have lost $1 billion in the FTX collapse. If you are a family member or victimized, the Department of Justice is asking you to contact them through email. The one, Ape One Radio, saying, so it takes the SBF issue to expose a scam, but retail themselves have been complaining about this for years, right? Across everything from the manipulation, the fraud, the greed, the crime. You take a look at these people and they pretend that they care about us. They pretend that something is happening. And again, we need to remember that there are a lot of people out there that do not support us, but it is also in these moments that it is.
Look at this bag holder, Charles Payne.
Our man of the people, Charles V. Payne, still reaffirming that he owns about $50,000 worth of AMC at around $40, and he seems to have effectively forgotten it, right? He's forgot the price.
Oh, I'm sure.
Shelf, but call him when it's time to sell. Once again, saying that the last squeeze came and went. I'll be down with the next one, right? But it wasn't a squeeze. We need to remember Now, this was far from that. There was no short covering.
Okay. So, the man of the people, Charles Payne, he's holding AMC stock around $40, $50,000 worth. Yeah, go Charles Payne. But when he says the squeeze has already happened, came and went, I'll be down with the next one. Well, no, hold on there, sir. That wasn't a squeeze. We got to remember that wasn't a squeeze. Matt Stoner, he's going to grift us here and tell us that it wasn't a squeeze.
Right, but it wasn't a squeeze. We need to remember that this was far from that. There was no short covering, no short closing, which means that the hedge funds are still.
Oh, look, there he goes, making a distinction between short covering and short closing. Like that's straight from Reddit, where they think that there is a difference between short covering and short closing. I even had one person argue with me and say short covering is applying more collateral to the trade to keep the position open. Like, okay, I mean, these people know nothing about short selling or any market dynamics really for that reason. It's ridiculous that he's even talking about this, to be honest. Yeah.
Still open in these positions.
Can't believe we watched almost this whole video.
Engage in a degree of malfeasance. There was no question about that. We know that they are engaging in it to a pretty astronomical degree. Now,
how do you know? I mean, these statements, we know that they're engaging in malfeasance, large degrees of it. Okay, how? How do you know that? Nothing that was shown here proved it. That's an empty allegation. Empty allegations.
Time will tell exactly how long it takes for them to end up in an increasingly compromised position, but as of right now, it looks like the insides of Citadel are already turning on them. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all again so much for joining us. Please make sure to smash that thumbs up for me and subscribe to the channel. I am Matt Stoner. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Sure you will. So, yeah. Al from Boston has a master's degree. He's always right. If only that were true. Boy. Vanguard has to buy every single company for their index funds. That is 100% true. That's something that, it's like we've heard that line for the last couple years. Oh, look, the institutions are loading up. They're loading the boat. They must be on board with the squeeze. Talking about Vanguard and BlackRock and the big Wall Street firms, the ones that run index funds, the ones that run funds, and it's like, yeah, no, they have to buy it, has to, for their funds. So it's not that they're loading the boat for the squeeze. I missed the drama in the chat here. I missed all that drama with I had the chat window down, but that's the same thing that Tony D is saying. He is holding. So just call him when the squeeze hits. It's just crime, no substance required, correct? Grifters came up with the closing term because it was obvious to everyone that shorts are covering. It might have been obvious, but boy, they did not want to believe it, especially late 2021 when I was talking about it. Calling out people like Shart the VIX and Trey and Roach Capital and, all these clowns. So yeah, Shadow Stars, it was total clickbait, total clickbait, total nonsense. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, in the sense that he completely skewed that that terrible tweet from, was it that guy's Houston Wade, right?
No, it was somebody named Dade something or other. But I mean, yeah, Houston Wade is.
Because I thought that they were like the same person or whatnot.
I mean, maybe they are. I don't know actually. Now that you mention it, but I didn't think so. But I think the Twitter handle is like Naked Jock Man. I'll pull it up here in a second.
Yeah,
But
I've clowned on him a couple times because of his stupid AMC takes,
huh.
and yeah, he has me blocked. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Well, let's see
I mean,
here.
there's ways around it, but I mean, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
take
right.
the time
Of
to
course.
troll him anymore.
Yeah, it's yeah, not worth it. There you go. Parody account. I'm not the real Zero Cool parody account. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not the real Zero Cool who hacked in Gibson and crashed 1,507 computers on Wall Street. Okay. Hmm.
Him and that Avi guy are like real close buddies. They love to
Oh, yeah.
pour out those crazy theories of, oh, they're gonna get acquired. There's just gonna be a big merger or acquisition, like Amazon. Oh, they might be buying them out. Oh, Disney might be buying them out.
Oh, of course, I can't see Avi's tweets. Financial services
Yeah,
professional.
he recently changed that. Remember, before it used to only say financial professional. Now it's
Right.
financial services professional.
God. Intelligence is
And
not
he's
a
deleted his
privilege.
Twitter account,
It's
like
a
his
gift.
history multiple times
Oh, he
now.
did? Wow. Okay. I wonder what the abuser
Yeah,
of intellect's been up to.
On January 1st, he deleted all his previous tweets. Said he was focusing on his family and he's going to learn more. He's going to trade more. Blah blah blah.
Ah.
5 days later, he's back talking about AMC, and then like another 5 days later, he's like, "You guys are toxic. I'm going to quit." And then he deleted all his stuff again.
Oh, I just stumbled up. I did misspelled user of intellect and stumbled upon a scam sock puppet type account here, whatever. 'Cause the name is correct, but the handle I misspelled intellect with an S instead of an E, and yeah, I got that. It's a pretty good copy, but I think I'm blocked. Yeah, I'm blocked on abuser of intellect. I think I'm blocked by AMC Bigums too, still probably. Yep, I think I'm blocked by Dave Lauer as well. Still called out Dave Lauer, got blocked. Proud of that one. That's my. I'm proud of that one actually. I can't even see Dave Lauer. Um, oh, there he is. D Lauer. Yep, still blocked by Dave Lauer. I don't think that Trey's blocked me, but who cares anymore about Trey? I mean, seriously. Look, he's bulking up. Prison.
Yep, getting ready for that prison sentence, man. Like I joked in the Telegram chat.
Yeah. Let's see.
That girl needs to also go too. Cat
Oh
Striker.
yeah.
That's another
She
cheerleader of
belongs in jail
AMC.
too. Absolutely. Cat Striker too. Cat Striker and um. Oh, who's the other one? Tara Bull. Tara Bull.
Tara, yeah, she jumped off the AMC bandwagon
Did
like
she?
2 months ago and hopped on Tesla, and she's been trying to ride on Elon's you know what for a while now. It's just sad. She's moved on to her next grift already.
Oh, this is news to me. Rico deleted all his videos and disappeared. I did not see that. Wow. Huh. Interesting.
Rico's
Rico.
trades.
Yeah, Rico. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't see Rico AMC. What is this? Free Wyckoffs. I don't know what that is, but um AMC. Here's
AMC. Hold on. What the fuck? What?
which one? The Donahue
Good
George?
God. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. Oh my God.
So much cringe. And he says he's constantly doing DD. I'm like, no, you're not. Like you don't know how to read, my friend. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean or insult him, but
Right.
he really doesn't know how to read if he really thinks that.
Oh, this is Rico. This is Rico's channel. He rebranded it as Free Wyckoffs. Free Wyckoffs, okay? He's still got 22,000 subs. But I'm seeing his email address here. I don't know if that's visible. Let me make it bigger there. For business inquiries, rico@freewyckoffs.com. So yes, my hunch was correct. This is Rico, but he has no content. He deleted all of his content. So that is a good tip there by Tanko Native. I didn't know that. I hadn't seen him for a while. Rico's channel is Free Wyckoffs, but there's no content on it at all. Doesn't look like him.
He's got a Free Wyckoffs website, and now
I mean, that doesn't look like
Free
Rico.
Wyckoffs YouTube channel.
I mean, what is this image anyway, by the way? Like pulling the strings, wearing a mask, like a ski mask, on fire. Like, what is the implication there? I mean, you got to wonder about these clowns. There's some mental illness or something going on here. But I did see this too. This is 2 hours ago by Donahue George. So yeah, let's pop over there. AMC makes more in concession sales than tickets sales. Lots more debt should have been paid off. Is this guy not? Clown does not understand punctuation. No punctuation. He knows how to capitalize, but no punctuation anywhere. Oh, I guess
punctuation. He can't read numbers.
That's true. Yeah.
Making more in concession sales.
This is not financial advice. It's not legal advice for entertainment education
and what the? Oh my god.
This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice for entertainment educational purposes only, and everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry, Donnie.
Educational that you put out, Donnie.
Stuff, so you get the videos. I put them out. See what I'm thinking. See I'm analyzing that data. I was in a Twitter conversation with somebody. Okay, and as the conversation got a little aggressive, if that's the right word, they made me think about something. And I want to share it with you guys, and I want you guys to think about what I'm saying.
Okay, we will.
We've had blockbusters, billions of dollars of blockbusters. So I don't believe that AMC is in as much debt as they put out.
Oh, okay? God.
I believe the debt should have been reduced a lot more than it is. And if we do have all that debt, it's because they want us to have all that debt, because they're allocating the resources somewhere else. Okay,
oh,
you're kidding me, dude. Are you serious?
Yep, that's what he said. Oh my God. Well, we'll look at the comments after this only short video, but yeah. Let's go back a little bit.
I dead ass want to meet this guy. I think he's coming to the SEC protest. Was it on the 27th or 28th or whatever?
I believe he is. Yep.
I mean, I live near the area. I mean, I live in the DC metro area, so I'm tempted. I want to talk to this guy, like face to face. God. Like, is this real? Like, or is this just like an acting persona that he does for YouTube to be an entertainer or something?
I mean, he filed actual lawsuits. He filed one in 2021 against like Citadel, the DTCC, all the brokers. I mean, it was like summarily dismissed with prejudice.
Read all the grammatical errors and like spelling errors that was like riddled in his lawsuit?
Oh yeah, it's terrible. He's like 0 for 4 on lawsuits too. It's pretty funny. It's like, I mean, yeah. All right, I want to hear this. I'm just going to start over.
So I'm.
He did. Yep.
That any law firm he went to, they would have just laughed as asked.
Yeah, no.
And be like, no, what the hell are you smoking?
Right.
Kick them out.
Exactly. All right.
Subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff, so you get the videos. I put them out. See what I'm thinking. See I'm analyzing that data. I was in a Twitter conversation with somebody. Okay, and as the conversation got a little aggressive, if that's the right word, they made me think about something. And I want to share it with you guys, and I want you guys to think about what I'm saying. we've had blockbusters, billions of dollars of blockbusters. So I don't believe that AMC is in as much debt as they put out. Okay, I believe the debt should have been reduced a lot more than it is. And if we do have all that debt, it's because they want us to have all that debt, because they're allocating the resources somewhere else. Okay, and I want y'all to just do these numbers with me for a little while. We've had billions. Look, Avatar's at probably at 2 billion already at the end of this long weekend.
Well, I'm pretty sure that we could see that, but so just just stopping here. Um, we've had billions of dollars of blockbusters. I don't believe in AMC is in as much debt as they're putting out, um, or it should have been paid off more. Okay, and worldwide it is right at 1.9 billion Avatar, but I mean domestically it's only half a billion, 570 million. So I mean, yeah, you can hype that $2 billion number all you want. I'll throw it to you, Shadow Stars, because you got more of a handle on these numbers than I do. But I mean, 2 billion, sure, but that worldwide figure, that 1.5 billion, that's the rest of the world, 1.3 billion, that doesn't have anything to do with AMC. And
Yep.
the 570 is only a percentage of that is AMC. That's all the theaters, all the chains, right?
Yeah, I mean, I pulled the data. I filtered out because you can on that screen there on Box Office Mojo, you can
Mm-hmm.
change from domestic to um whatever country you want.
Aha.
That they have, so you can do all territories. Just
Mm-hmm.
scroll up the very top,
Oh,
all
okay.
territories, and then it'll break it down all
Oh,
to all
yeah.
the different regions.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
So I grabbed all the areas where AMC has theaters. So Denmark, Finland, Germany, Italy, Norway, Portugal,
Wow.
Spain, Sweden, United Kingdom. I grabbed all that. I haven't updated the information in like a week, but when I last checked, that
Mm-hmm.
total only came out to just for Avatar about 280 billion, and
Hmm.
that's when domestic was about 520 million.
Okay.
So the combined value, domestic and international, would be only 800 million versus a total worldwide when it was 1.7 billion. So less than half of it. And people still don't factor in. AMC doesn't own every single domestic theater in the US and Canada.
Right.
They don't own every single theater in Denmark and Finland and Germany and Italy and all of that. And
Mm-hmm.
Dottie's the same way. If he's thinking, oh yeah, the box office did $7 billion in 2022, so
Right.
AMC must be able to pay off their $5 billion of debt with that $7 billion. I bet
Mm-hmm.
that's what he's thinking.
Probably. Probably. I mean, he might even explicitly say that. Um, let's see here. So this is domestic daily for January so far. I mean, then these are the total numbers, right? Like this is the total number. Actually, here I can share my screen on Telegram
That's the
for you.
gross for the day.
Yeah. Oops. Not that. Share screen. There we go. Give you the whole screen. Okay. Yeah. So this is they're just saying the number one release is Avatar, but the 10 million or whatever was for all
On
the
that day.
movies, for everything. Yeah. Right. So, and then we could go to
No.
Avatar.
It should be number one. The gross for that number one movie.
Oh, okay. It's not the total. Okay, because I'm not on Avatar. I'm just on the domestic like daily.
Yeah, you only see top 10 gross, and that accounts for roughly like anywhere from about 80 to 90%
Oh,
of
okay. I
revenue right
hovered
now.
here. It
It's
says,
just
yeah,
anything below
hovering on
top
it.
10, they barely generate any revenue.
Yeah, I got a tooltip here that says number one release gross. So yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that. But anyway, either way, you know, this weekend, what, about 30 million. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, about 30 million um, on
Yeah,
Avatar.
roughly. Yeah, looks like on average.
About, roughly. Yeah, a little more. So, all right, well, let's go back and see if he's go back just a little bit here. Maybe he'll explicitly say that.
Little while. We've had billions. Look, Avatar's at probably at 2 billion already. At the end of this long weekend, we had Black Panther. We had Adam. We had Maverick. We had all these blockbuster movies that made billions of dollars. But here's the thing. A majority of AMC's money is not from ticket sales. They get a percentage of the ticket sales. Yes, they make money on the ticket sales, but a majority of their money is on the popcorn, on the soda, on the candy. I mean, what's the profit on a $10 bucket of popcorn? $9.50? What's the profit on a $5 soda? $4.50? The profit on the concessions is off the charts. So if we had billions of dollars in ticket sales, we got to have probably 10 times.
I love how he winds up for when he says billions. It squints. Billions. It's like he really wants to make it dramatic. Ugh, what a clown. Jesus
In
Christ.
ticket sales.
Here.
The profit on the concessions is off the charts. So if we had billions of dollars in ticket sales, we got to have probably 10 times that in concession sales.
Oh yeah, good logic. Good logic. So they're falsifying the concession sales? Is that the implication? Okay. Good God. We'll let him
So
finish here.
how are we still in debt to the tune of $5 billion unless they want us to be in debt to the tune of $5 billion? I think we need to get an account to go in and go through those books and see where the money's being allocated. Because with billions of dollars in sales and probably 10 times that in concession sales, how are we still $5 billion in debt unless the resources, the money generated, is being allocated elsewhere?
Oh, you mean like to pay rent? To pay expenses? To pay payroll? To pay for just the cost of doing business? All right.
I think we need to get an accountant in there to look at those books, because with all these billions of dollars in ticket sales and multi-billions of dollars in concession sales, the debt makes no sense to me now. It's not making sense. It's not registering in my head. Anyway, please leave some comments and tell me what you think. Do we make a lot more money in concession sales than ticket sales? And if you agree that we do, shouldn't some of that money been paying down our debt? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.
Oh my God. So now the conspiracy is the AMC's financial reporting. I don't get it, man. Like, okay.
Who does the what's the accounting firm that does the audit for AMC? I want to figure that one out.
Probably one of the big four, I would say. AMC Accounting Solutions. That's KPM Auditor Swap. This is in 2019. So it was KPMG, but apparently they switched.
I think it's Ernst Young.
Is it Ernst
if I
Young?
recall correctly. I think it is.
Yep. Okay, so this is from 2019. This article here. I guess this is like an accounting news site. I've never heard of it. Goingconcern.com. AMC Holdings will switch its accounting firm at the end of the year. The Leawood-based theater chain picked Ernst & Young, replacing KPMG. The change in outside accountants at AMC comes as the company prepares for a new CFO, Sean Goodman, former CFO of Asbury Automotive Group, will join AMC in December as senior vice president. He will become CFO in February when Craig Ramsey retires. So yeah, it's Ernst & Young.
I mean, I know Ernst Young. I know that firm has been hit with a lot of fines before. So, I mean, they've got hit with like several like 10, 20, like $100 million fines before, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's the ticket sales are pretty obvious. We have outside sources of data like Box Office Mojo that reports the ticket sales, and to think about how much revenue they're getting. I mean, maybe the numbers are slightly off, but I mean, it can't be so far manipulated to the point that they're fully cooking their books.
Right.
That to me, I don't buy that argument.
Manuel says, does he know the difference between gross and net income, first of all? And then Tanko Native says, I buy my candy and soda in the dollar store and then sneak it into the theater. And it's funny you should say that. I have a video here. I have a TikTok for this that was posted over in Telegram earlier today. So this is a TikTok video. And I'm not a TikTok expert, so I'm trying to make this bigger, but I apparently can't zoom it. Oops, god dang it.
We gotta have these cups. Hell yeah, and them motherfuckers don't last long. One cup of ice is over with. Straws too. I already do. I put these in my pocket. Get my receipt. Right. What my receipt? Okay. I ain't never paid this much for no goddamn popcorn. Nobody better not ask for nothing. Oh my god. I hate the movies.
There you go.
We come to this place.
And that was the Nicole Kidman video. Like, did they show that on all the previews now? Is that what that is back? Yeah, it is. It is her. So I thought that was pretty funny. There she is pouring her whatever into, I guess that's a water cup. Maybe you get that for water. They just give it to you for free. I'm gonna guess. I'm not sure because she, there was nothing in the cup when she had it. So anyway, let's see. Lynn's asking Shadow Stars, how much of what is reported do they keep is the reported amount before they pay license fee or after?
For that, I mean, the way they break it down in their 10Qs and 10Ks, they just break it down as saying, this is our admissions revenue. So I'm just guessing that, hey, that's just strictly the total ticket sales, the amount of money that they make. And then the film exhibition cost, I would guess that is the amount that they pay to whatever cut the production studios perhaps take is factored into that figure.
Yeah. So let's see. Well, the dollar is really taking a dive here. So that was not a low that we saw. It hit a 101.98 recently. Well, I guess that was Friday, but it's knocking on its door. So of course we see the equities futures basically up based on that. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. So yeah, auditor Ernst & Young, and I mean, okay, let's look at the comments here. But I agree with you, Donahue. We need a forensic accounting to take place. Forensic accounting. How much do they pay the one? I wonder if this is the one. Nope. How much do they pay in monthly operating expenses, and how much do they get from ticket sales, and what is the profit margin for concessions? Well, I mean, good company, good question, but when you have all these executives, I guess, executives making millions per year, review the September 2022 SEC 10Q consolidated statements of operations. Food and beverage sales run approximately 60% compared to overall admissions revenue. Film exhibition costs run approximately 50% of admission sales. There is
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what
Food
they
and
say.
beverage sales are approximately 60% of overall admissions
That's what
admissions revenue. Okay.
compared to. They say compared to
Yeah.
overall admissions revenue. Yeah.
That's a weird comparison to make, but
It
okay.
is. Yeah, it is. There is a thing called upkeep. You need money to pay utilities, rent, salaries, food, contracts, rent, then debt, hence why they want to generate cash since box office are improving but still lower than pre-pandemic. Okay.
What's taking retail popcorn so long? It's been 2 years
Yeah.
like already.
Nice. Right, it's kernels and butter in a paper bag. Let's go already. I mean, yeah, I mean, was it? I don't think it was exactly. I don't think it was quite 2 years, but yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, it's gonna end up being like and you mentioned this last night in your stream, which I thought was pretty smart. What are the other popcorn companies gonna do in response? Like, okay, you're an established player in that industry. Here comes this Johnny come lately. Oh, AMC popcorn. All right. Like they're just going to sit there and let some, other player come into the market and, knock their market share down. Um, yeah, I mean, I think we'll see some interesting things happening in the popcorn uh, market. Who knows? But yeah, it is kind of like what is taking so long. Unless you're claiming AMC's auditors are crooked, your point is off base.
Oh, he replied to that. What did he say?
It says, I'm claiming that I would like to see how they are spending the popcorn profits. Why are people so afraid of transparency? Like, okay, that's, no, people aren't afraid of transparency. You're just an idiot. Like, you're just making stupid points that like, speculative, like, with no basis whatsoever. Like, they want to simplify this down so much. Like, oh, yeah, look, they make billions of dollars. Why can't they pay down their debt? Um, let's see.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see a guy that was commenting on my videos. NZ AMC GME
Oh,
holder.
all that should be in the filings.
Q4 earnings ain't huge. We should be demanding why. We are doing everything we can to provide income to the company, yet it does not seem to be making much impact. What about the merch sales? Anyone heard of how that did other than sold out?
I mean, okay,
That
we are
guy's
doing
clueless.
everything we can to provide income to the company. I mean, I hope he's not saying that like buying the stock is providing income. I mean, I don't know exactly what he means here. Like, we're doing everything we can to provide income to the company. Well, does that mean, I guess, going and buying tickets and buying concessions? Is that like that? Because that's how they get income. Um, I don't know.
Really, the best way, I think, I mean, if they really wanted to pour money into AMC, the company, the best thing to do is just not even popcorn, just buy a crap ton of soda.
Yeah.
Soda margins are absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
cost
right.
that it takes to whatever $5 soda versus the cost that it takes to make that soda, your margins are like 90% on that. The cost
Right.
for the
It's
cup, the lid, the
basically the
straw
cup.
is
Yeah, the cup.
cents. It's pennies.
Yeah, right. And that's the big cost because they use those uh, it's like a soda fountain, so they have the separate syrup. It's like in a box, a bag in a box. They call them BIBs, and I forget how much those are. So I used to be in the food and beverage business previously, but when we had them, but I forget the cost. And then carbonated, and then water and carbonation, like the cylinder of CO2, and those and like it's absolutely bulk. So yeah, I mean it's like pennies on the dollar, if that. Um, so yeah, I mean they basically give the soda away and they charge for the cup. But I see here that we have some talk about 22 million they paid Nicole Kidman for that ad that they show in their theaters. Um, let's see. AMC is still hiring a marketing position for that marketing person for that position in LinkedIn. I thought they hired a C like a some kind of executive for the popcorn, whatever. I can't remember. Model 3 dude says they don't see Orville Redenbacher taking AMC popcorn coming to the market sitting down. I mean, you got Orville Redenbacher, Cousin Willie's, and a bunch of generic ass brands. I mean, hell, the Boy Scouts. I mean, the Boy Scouts sell. That's one of their big fundraisers. So they're not going to take that either. And I mean, Paul Newman. How about buying an AMC gift card and not using it? AMC pyramid scheme. So how does that work? Does that profit get booked when when somebody buys the gift card, or when it's used, like at the point of sale terminal when somebody pays with the gift card? I think it's when they pay with the gift card, right? I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure on that
Or
one.
actually, the gift card, yeah, after the gift card would be mostly just pure AMC profit. They report that stuff as other revenue on their 10Qs and 10Ks.
Other
So other
revenue.
theater revenues. Yeah, that's how they
So
classify it. They mash up all the other stuff and just put them. Oh, here's other theater revenue, and that's it.
okay, so then if I buy a $50 gift card, uh, on the Model 3 dude saying no profit booked until you use it, though. So they have to report that they sold it. Um, but then must grow into an escrow type account. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I thought that I thought that for that type of thing, it was basically like an escrow type thing where um, they're taking your money for the gift card, but they haven't really sold a product. They haven't sold any of their inventory yet. Um, quote unquote inventory, um, tickets, whatever. AMC popcorn will end up in Big Lots, Ross, and Goodwill. What about um what about $1.25 tree? It'll probably be $2 tree by then.
5 and below.
Yeah, Five Below. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they'll probably change that to $10 below. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's like those phone cards, right? Prepaid phone cards by refill card. So they're taking your money for the refill card, but funds aren't deducted until I use the card. So it's kind of like a credit account then. Like it's like um, it's like money on an account on a ledger that's just being held like escrow kind of. Um, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I wouldn't count on it as being the saving grace. You just cracked the case. We are probably not even in. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck? You just cracked the case. We are probably not even in debt. AA has lied, and once a liar, always a liar.
Wow.
Oh shit. Okay. See, this is how we know that everything bubble hasn't popped, because we still got clowns like this out there. We still got clowns like Donahue George. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Jesus Christ. From what I hear, AMC only has 5.7 million. Okay. Where's the damn popcorn and AMC credit card already? What's the holdup? Yeah, I want to eat popcorn and spend money I don't have. I feel like the debt should have been paid off already. Concessions per family, $25 to $40. Okay, $25 to $45, $20 to $25 to $40. Okay, let's just go in the middle and say $30. So what was the latest debt figure? Like, well, we could just say 5 billion, I guess.
Yeah, around that 5 to
Yeah,
5.2, I think.
divided by $32. It's 156 million. But I mean, the thing is, like, you're assuming that, I mean, not you. These people are assuming that, again, they're totally discounting all of the existing obligations, like the operating expenses, basically. Like, okay, you like it's like it's in a way sort of like what Morantz was saying about the dividend. Um, he it, that those expenditures are not paid from that income necessarily. Like, dividend is not paid from free cash flow per share. It comes from this accumulated income profit over time that you're building up. Um, in terms of the debt payments, I mean, and you probably know this better than I do. So I'm not going to stick my foot in my mouth, but as far as I could, as far as I've gathered here, it's not just as easy as these people are making it seem. Oh, concessions per family, 25 to $40. Well, why can't they, how many tickets, how many, Adam Aron says how many, we've had 7 million guests in our theaters this weekend or whatever. Okay. You can't just sit there and, say, okay, well, so 7 million times $32 is 224 million. I mean, why didn't they pay quarter of a billion dollars off their debt? Well, it doesn't really work like that, as far as I can tell. Um, and is paying off the debt like in one fell swoop or in large chunks like that, is that even really the smartest thing to do? I don't know. I'm not a corporate finance expert. It's not that you can't have debt. It's, like cash flow. I mean, it's not a profitable company like that. At the end of the day, like, how are you going to pay off how are you going to pay off this much debt if you're not profitable? Where's the money? Where's that money coming from? I don't know.
Oh, to touch on the folks who are talking about the more about the gift cards, typically they're taken considered as a liability. But yeah,
Oh,
as they use it, then yeah, that's when you'd get the recording.
okay. So it's reported as a liability, like when it's sold initially.
Yeah, initially when it's initially
Oh, it's
sold,
so
and
interesting.
then when you use that, then yeah, it would count towards the sales figures.
Oh, okay. So it's almost like dare I say, it's almost like it's a short sale in a way. Kind of. I mean, kind of. Not really. Not exactly. But I mean, short sales are liabilities too, when they're reported, and that's that whole security sold, not yet purchased thing. So it's like, yeah, it's future sales essentially. So it's, yeah, that's really interesting. Actually, it's really kind of cool. Okay. I had many store directors that hated to sell gift cards because it did not add to store profit. Therefore, it had no effect on profit sharing until used. Yeah.
Yep. So that matches up with what I said too.
Yeah, right. So Model 3 dude was saying that. So yeah, we got it now. We've got it. Good. So no, Manny, we can't do that. Can't do the pyramid scheme. Yep. Let's
And I don't
see.
understand why people are bullish on credit cards. Who the hell? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
why the hell would you want an AMC credit card? You get what 5% back on your when you're
5. Ooh,
buying
wow,
tickets or
that would be a lot.
like hey,
Yeah,
I'm giving a best case scenario that hey, you get 5% back on whatever that you can use at AMC. Well,
right.
that margin, that 5%, who is paying that? Like people need to think about that.
Yep.
You're in a sense receiving cash back or like a discount of sorts, but who pays that?
Don't
I
know.
guess people have never thought about
Don't
that.
know. No, I mean, there's a lot they haven't thought about, to be honest. So, boy, what is this? Free from it all. Heath Gill turns 53,000 into 50 million in 2 trades. You can too, not clickbait. 2023 is our year. AMC, GME, free from it all. Really?
Hold up, he didn't turn 53K into 50 million. He
Yeah,
dumped in
no.
a lot more money.
That's what I thought. And then this says $2,000 into 1 billion in 5 trades. What?
That's even more aggressive than remember when he covered one of Lou's videos how he
Oh
took like
yeah,
what
right.
$5,000 turns into like $50,000 and turns into like
Yeah.
$100,000 and
You're
then turns into like
$1,000,000 in 8
$1 million.
steps, like, or less. Yeah. What the hell, man? These people. Okay, I'm gonna play this video and let's see here. I'm gonna try to do
I
something.
gotta hit the head. I'll be
Okay, I gotcha. Let's see. And yeah, I was gonna do something similar to that. So I'm gonna play this video and run around the house a little bit. But I will be on my phone, hopefully here. So hopefully this works. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So oh, I'm having fun with Telegram here. So it's get on my phone. It kicks me off um, on the computer and vice versa. So anyway, but I'll be able to see this here or hear it, I suppose. No, I won't. Oh, well, I'll have to get on my other account. Let's see. Oh, I'll just pull up the stream. All right. Come on, Scott. All right. All right. This is
What's
gonna
up,
be good.
YouTube? What's up, Discord? That right there, guys, that's Keith Gill. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, you live under a rock, but he is the guy that was made famous from becoming a multimillionaire from the GameStop situation. Okay, so this is Keith Gill. In the video, it is, but it's also not actually clickbait. Turned $2,000 into $1 billion in 5 trades. He was kind of smart, and in 1 or 2 trades, he turned 53 grand into $50 million. Okay, and if he can do it, you can too, and I'll show you exactly why. But first, let me just show you a little bit about him. So Keith Gill, right, calls himself a financial analyst. He turned $53,000 into $50 million. Okay, his other names are Deep Effing Value, or DFV, and Roaring Kitty. Now, how you would go about this, guys, like at the time, obviously, GameStop went from like $10 to $400. He did it through options, though. He didn't buy stock. See, all you guys in AMC, you're all buying stock. Every other day, you guys are talking about holding the stock and buying more stock and blah, blah, blah. This is what happened on Thursday, guys. Okay, so on Thursday, AMC ripped 22.5%. Well, I don't know what it ripped. As of this screenshot, this is what it ripped, okay? So it was like $4.06 the day before, plus 91 cents. So it was $4.06 close Wednesday. On Thursday, it went up about a buck. But the options changed, so 20%. The options change were up 2,000% to 1,200%, 1,800%. Here's 1,000%. And here is basically another 1,000%. So you wouldn't have bought and call options here because you were already over that. Not many people buy in the money. You maybe would have bought a $4, but I doubt it. You probably would have bought the next level, 4.5. Realistically, this would have been a pretty safe gamble for a lot of people. They were only 6 cents. $4.50 option on AMC was only 6 cents. It went from 6 cents plus 53 to 63 cents. That's 1,000%. You might have said, screw it, $5. Let's hope it goes up a buck. That's 20%, right? 2,000%. Okay, 20x, 20.5x. Okay, so with these calculations, right? If you had $2,000 in a trade where you got 10x, so trade 1, you had $2,000 in a trade, you got 10x. Let me try and zoom a bit for you. $2,000 in a trade, you get 10x return. So that would have been your 450 strike. That 550 paid even more. A 650 strike. You would have got 20 grand back. Okay, just like that. Everybody else in AMC, they're like thinking the cat's meow. They got their 22% on the day. They've got $2,440. They made $440, and you just made 18 grand. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to be smart. I want you to put your initial investment aside. Save 2 grand for the reset. Okay? In case you got to go back to square one, because this is not easy. If everyone could do it, we'd all be rich, and literally no one would have jobs. So you've got your 2 grand aside now. So trade 2, going into trade 2, you take 18 grand. You take almost all of that 20 grand that you made. You take 18 grand, you do another 10x, boom, 180,000 bucks. I'm telling you right now, the people watching this, they understand. Okay, well, if I look at this chart, or if I look at this options chain that Kevin is showing me, this is very realistic. This is easy to do, and really that's not a lot of money. I could do that. Well, if you could do that, you could literally do this. It's the same math. I'm not changing the math. I'm keeping it at 10x the entire time. 10x, 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 okay? So if you think this is possible, then this is definitely possible, okay? So you're at 180 grand on 2 trades. I want you to set aside 30 grand, okay? 30 grand for multiple resets. Okay? So you have 180, you set aside 30. Going into trade 3, you've got 150 grand on the line. This is an insane amount to gamble. This is a big gamble, but this is the life-changing gamble for you. Roaring Kitty gambled 50K. 50K. Okay? He didn't gamble at 2K or 18. $50,000, guys. He put it all on the line. He did his research, and then he put it on the line. Big money, big risk, big reward. 150K, you get a 10xer. You got $1.5 million. Just to put it into perspective, guys, okay? The Wikipedia says he made 50 million, okay? 50 million, and he only had 53 grand. That's like 900 something x. 943x, okay? So he you know, this is a lot more realistic than 943x. So this is actually way more believable than what happened with Roaring Kitty. Okay? 94 times more believable. Okay? 943 divided 10 is 94. This is a lot more believable than what has actually occurred for Roaring Kitty. So trade 3, you're at $1.5 million. Congratulations, you became a millionaire. Okay? I was there on AMC. I had $2 million. Was and did. Okay? I wrote it down like a chump. So Trade 3. I didn't give up, and I'm here, and I know what's up. That's kind of why we're at on this video. This is a long weekend, and this is where my mind gets going. Trade 3. You got your 1.5 mil. You reserve 500K for stress-free living. There's also an issue here, guys. You need this to all happen within like 1 year for you, okay? Otherwise, taxes could be a big, big problem. If you make 1.5 million and then you lose because you're trying to go for trying to go for broke, and you lose 1 million and you're left with 500K, you still got to pay tax on 1.5 million, most likely, okay? Unless it's in the same year, right? So, in where I live, it's 15% over 300 grand. So it's like, you know, it's like stupid high up to 300 grand. It's like 40, 50%. And then after that, it's just 15%. Okay, so you're paying probably 150, 200 grand of this is tax. So you want to have a reserve for resets, stress-free living. You're going to be able to have thinking with a clear mind because you got all this cash now. And your money problems are probably gone at this point, okay? Trade 4, you're like a psychopath. You're crazy. You bet $1 million, okay, for the 10x. You get $10 million, okay? I am going to go out on a limb and say that most people stop here or here. I'm not stopping here. I'm not stopping here. I'm taking that and I'm doing this. This is what I'm going to do in 2023, guys. It's happening. I'm willing it into happening. It's going to happen because that's what I'm going to do, and that's what my mind is set on doing. And I'm going to do as many of these as it takes to get this, And when I get this, I'm going to go for this. Okay, but I might not do it to this. I might not do it at this level. I might break this up, obviously. So probably something like this, multiple 200s, let's say. Because you have to understand, 1 million is, I could do one trade, then make it 10, or I could say that 1 million is 5 trades. 5 trades of 200K, okay? There is an issue here when you get up to this level 2, guys, is the options chain is going to notice money like this entering it. It's going to notice $1 million. It's going to be called a sweep. Okay, you're sweeping a level of the chain, and the market makers are going to go, huh? Someone swept? And they're going to do everything in their power to take all your money by running it the other way. So, yes, in a sense, the title is clickbaity, but if you find a play like Roaring Kitty where it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter because shorts are effed. They can't sweep. They can't steal your sweep because the shorts are screwed because the CT or the SI is over 100, let's say. Well, now you're laughing, okay? Because it won't matter. You'll be able to do your 50 grand into 50 mil, right? The reason I say he probably did it in 2 guys is because we had the January run up and then we had the June run up. The January run up, he probably made a ton, and then he went, what the hell? They turned the buy button off. SI didn't drop. Boom. Went hard and got that June payout. Went in front of Congress, no wrongdoing, got to keep all the money. And he's smart. He walked away. He left. We haven't heard from him. He fell off the face of the planet, you guys. He's smart. You're probably not going to make $1 billion and no one's going to know who you are. There's going to be some serious questions being thrown your way. Rightfully so. You make 10 mil, I don't think anybody's asking you really any questions. No one's going to care. They don't care about that. Billionaire, you become a billionaire, you're getting noticed. But yeah, trade 4, you risk $1 million, you get a 10x, you get $10 million. Okay, we see this all the time though, guys. We see this kind of stuff all the time. In my Discord, we've seen as high as 10,000 to 14,000% when in November. In November, the options chain ran 10,000 to 14,000%. Okay, I got some images here. Let me just see real quick. Here's another one, Ford puts. Ford puts on January 13th, guys, 19x. 19x. Okay, here's another one. Lockheed Martin puts. The stock went down 4%, guys. 2,500%, 2,200%. That's 22x. I'm saying 10x. 10. And I'm showing you multiple pictures from January 13th. This is Friday, guys. Mara, 100 and something percent. And VAX, 100. What do we got here? That's just some other stuff. So Tesla puts on open, okay? 700%. I had 115s on the Thursday, and I switched them to 123s because it ran up on Thursday. Switched them to 123, only got 350%. I say only because, goddamn, I could have had 700%. And I show it all in my Discord. I had 25 puts at 115. And I switched it for 2 because it was, look at the price difference, right? I could only get 2 for the same at 25 at the time. 2 at that, okay? It's still a good Friday, but could have been a great Friday. What else? Is that it? That's pretty much it. So I am showing you a few examples there where it happens. Look at Amazon. When Amazon did earnings and they went down like 18% in a day, the options went crazy, guys. Thousands of percent, thousands. It's doable. I want the AMC people that are just left in there full-blown hopium. I want them to know it's doable. I want people that were burned by MMTLP. It's doable. People that, whatever, guys, whatever. It's doable. If you follow this link or the link in my description, you can join my Discord. It's $20. Okay? I can't work for free. I'm sorry. But I'm throwing out calls all the time. I threw out MGAM and GSUN, which was 271% and 245% overnight when I alerted it, okay? All sorts of alerts go out, and it's me. It's not a bot. It's not a rando. It's not like you didn't sign up for it with my name and it's some moderator running the show. It's me, okay? I'm in there. I'm in there today.
There it is.
I'm in there all weekend.
There it is.
On holidays. I was in there on Christmas.
Join my Discord.
I was on a boat in Idaho fishing.
Give me money.
Letting people know, hey guys.
Wow.
Levi's puts 80%. We got paid. Some people got more. Okay, I'm on a boat. I have to take what I can get. So
he's on a boat.
It's possible. It's possible. And at the very least, guys, at the very least,
yeah. I mean,
this
it's possible.
This should be a goal for anyone. An easy goal too.
Wow.
An easy goal. You'll be playing with house money, so this is like no stress for me. If I
trading is easy
and I turn it into 180 grand in 2 trades, I really don't care about risking 150 to try and make $1 million. And like I don't. That's just me though. That might be different for you. That might change your whole life. That might put your kids through college and pay off what's left of your mortgage, fix the car you've been trying to fix. Whatever your scenario. Fine, stop there. No big deal. You'll thank me for just at least putting this idea in your head and showing you that it's possible.
You'll thank me.
You someone who's like literally become famous because they did it.
Yeah, how many Keith Gills have there been since Keith Gill?
If you just embrace this options perspective. Puts, guys, is not shorting a stock. The reason I'm saying that is because
that's about the only true thing that he said.
Inputs, it gives you the opportunity, if the market is green or if the market is red, to still achieve your goal, okay? Whereas if you only like to buy and hold, you can only play calls, okay? So that's going to give you 50% less opportunity because stocks go up and stocks go down. A coin has 2 sides, okay? So if you only buy and hold, I don't care, that's fine. But now instead of having 2 opportunities at something, you only have 1 because you can only get call options. You can only benefit if the stock rises. If you're okay with thinking about something is going to fall or crash, you can now enter puts. And you guys, you see it on the SPY every day. The SPY has dailies. You see it all the time. This thing goes 1x, 2x, 100, 200, 300, 500, 700, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000.
Oh, somebody just joined his Discord.
Thousands of percent all the time, guys. So it's actually super possible. Very risky. With an option, you can lose all of your money. With a stock, you can lose all of your money if it goes to 0. The odds of that happening are very low. But you see it all the time with rug pulls where
Yeah, exactly.
and then
This is always the
dilution or some
question.
bad news happens, it goes down 50, or in the case of like biotech, sometimes 80%. Okay, so yeah, you got 20% left. You don't go to zero, but you're basically getting screwed. There's no safe gambling. There's no safe betting in the options, or sorry, in the stock
There it is.
market. It just doesn't exist. You're full risk all the time, in my opinion. Okay, even with these dividend stocks and all that, if you're in a dividend stock for a dividend and it goes down, well, who cares? Because the dividend is probably
You
not
have to
enough
get off that
cover what
boat.
it went down by. So you're just full risk all the time. Know that going in, guys. But again, join my Discord. You don't like it? Cancel. It's that simple. But I'm telling you right now, there's going to be people in my Discord where they're going to be a millionaire by the end of this year. I'm telling you. I already know. Again, I'm willing this to happen to me. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen because for the last 3 months, all I've been doing is posting videos about options and watching them go. I've hit a few and I've missed a few. And I've sold early on a few, which would have been insane. At 10,000 to 14,000 a day, I sold it plus 600%.
You got to gamble more.
Lockheed Martin, I took 600%, 700%, and it went to 2,600%. So the fact is I'm well aware it's happening now, and I know what to look for, and I know we follow news plays, earnings.
Almost there.
It's in the Discord, something for everybody.
Follow news plays.
See what it's about, and let's become free from it all.
Oh, dear. Another great video. Nice work. Another awesome video. Hell to the up. Oh. Okay. I'm a bit surprised to see this. You're going to make $1 billion easy. I'm definitely making back my 2 million. Yeah. Who? Oh, man.
Yo, is that Antoinette in the comments? What the hell?
That was. Yep. Yep. I mean, maybe she's being facetious. Maybe she's being sarcastic. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of hurt by this. #1 video of 2023. Okay. Yeah, this is essentially the lose video, just, with a little bit more detail and a little bit more delusion, as far as I can tell. Lynn's drunk because she drank every time he said gamble in the video. Yeah, I mean, these types of videos, I mean, if only it were that easy. And he even said that in there, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's just like, no, I guess. No is what I would say, but I mean, sure, yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible, but how many Keith Gills have there been since Keith Gill? Like, this clown himself said he had $2 million in profit. He didn't take it. He wrote it all the way down. What? So we're going to take advice from you on option trading. Are you fucking kidding me? But pay me $20 to get in my Discord. What the fuck? Some bullshit, man. This guy, this is the guy who was calling out all these bullshit low float penny stock plays back when that was a thing. I mean, look, he's hyping the cost to borrow. Like, look, hyping the cost to borrow. I mean, it's happening. Trump is possibly your next Speaker of the House. Yeah, okay. It's garbage content from top to bottom here. MULN, 230% cost to borrow. MULN, 23 minutes talking about MULN. God. I mean, yeah, if you're so good at option trading, why are you charging people $20? I just don't get it. Like people who like, okay, Keith Gill. Apparently, he said the Wikipedia says that he made 50 million. Keith Gill. Close to 50 million as of January 28th, 2021. And that is sourced, it looks like, from The Guardian. And that's what it says here. Turned around 53,000 into a figure nearing 50 million. Okay. But, you know, he's not peddling a discord anywhere. And also, I love that it says right here, is American financial analyst. And down here it says he's a chartered financial analyst, charter holder. He was a licensed securities broker, registered with FINRA. As of February 26th, he was no longer a registered financial broker. January 28th was his last day of employment with Mass Mutual. Regulatory issues, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, he's not peddling a discord. Like nobody who makes that kind of money is doing that. It's just these clowns on YouTube and Twitter. Jesus. What's MGAM? Mobile Global Esports Incorporated. Oops. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of stock that this guy likes. Okay, I know Manny put some links in the chat here. GameStop struggles. Ooh. I'll tell you, before this, let's say this here. Okay, so I'm taking the futures today with kind of a grain of salt because our markets are not open tomorrow. Global markets will be, but so we got wow, the S&P futures just hit 40.28. Jesus, and the dollar just keeps plunging. Wow. Hmm. All right. Okay, what do we got here?
Oh, heck yes, my Fambergesa.
What's up?
GTA 5 just came out. Me and Barbs are gonna tear it up.
Yeah, this could work. Finally made it.
Hey, welcome to GameStop. Would you like to pre-order Far Cry 4?
No thanks. Wait, did you say GameSpot?
Probably. Would you like to take a look at our pre-order catalog?
The fuck?
I mean, I highly recommend it. There's this pretty cool game coming out soon called Cyberpunk 2077.
Dude, please. I'm just here to trade my stuff in.
Alright. Let's take a look and see what you got in here. Alright. This is what I can offer you.
That's so small.
Well, I can offer you like 50,000 game bucks instead.
That's awesome. What can I get with that?
Think of it like every 1,000 points is like a real life dollar.
50 bucks. You want to give me 50 bucks for a PS3, Xbox 360, a Wii U, and 30 games?
Sound like a deal?
Fuck you. Fine.
How would they do? I don't know. Low ball? I'm sure they do. Okay, the squeeze is closer than we think.
We're back.
We got 0. Never seen this one.
Alright guys, I got a banger update for you. No Weeble, no Moo, none of that. AMC short squeeze only. Look at the data, the fundamentals and technicals, and see what's going on. And things are looking absolutely crazy in the background. We have some insane data that you absolutely have to see. I think that the Moass could actually be on the horizon. As crazy as that sounds, this is not fundamental or financial advice. But guys, you got to look at this data and see what's going on, because you got to see the truth in front of your eyes. And the truth is that shorts are getting squeezed. A short squeeze is a pressure cooker move, and things are building up in the background and about to cause an explosion. So let's look at the data, the technicals, and the fundamentals, and see why I think that is going to happen. We have the charts, and we're looking at AMC and APE. So I'm going to give you guys some technical analysis predictions and then look at the fundamental analysis predictions. So what I'm looking at with AMC.
Wow, why did the audio change so much here?
The stock market is going to open up on Tuesday, not Monday, because of Martin Luther King Day. But when it does open up, I think that we're going to see a slight bounce in pre-market and then a move downwards throughout the day. But I think overall we're going to see AMC consolidate in either a bull flag or a falling wedge type pattern if we don't get some type of parabolic movement to the upside. Now,
falling wedge.
There's a lot of things saying that we will get some parabolic
20-month falling wedge.
So first of all, I think the SPY is going to continue up. I think the SPY is in what's called a ascending triangle.
And oh man, all this technical analysis. Wait, I thought he said no Weeble.
Upside as well.
This is Weeble.
AMC moving to the upside.
God, look at these charts. How can you read anything on this? Look at all that gobbledygook.
AMC is going to either see some parabolic.
Shadow Stars, thanks for being here, my friend.
With the fundamentals behind that, or we're going to see sideways consolidation and then a move up later here in the week, either Tuesday or either Thursday.
Crypto's pumping again. Shit, I need to get back in.
Now there are some things saying that we could see prices up to $10. So we'll go ahead and get to that. So what's happening?
Well, that's
here
daily.
With Max Chain, this is very, very speculative. You guys gotta understand this has to deal with options, and there's a lot of things going on with the options as well.
Oh, options. Oh my God, options.
Could reach all the way up to $10. The stock price is at $5.15. So we could actually see some parabolic movement to the upside.
That's not what Max Payne is really telling you.
Consolidation. I'll get back to you with another update if you see that, because we could be forming what's called a falling wedge, which is also another bullish pattern. But right now, what I see with the limited data that I have on these 2 trading days after that big parabolic movement that we had is sideways consolidation, and I think that's going to continue on throughout the week until the later end of the week, and then we see a movement to the upside. If that changes, I will do an update on my short, so make sure you have the bell notification on. I do post other things, but you guys can just ignore that if you want, or check out the AMC and the stock playlist. So looking at that, I'm thinking those 2 scenarios will happen. Now, what we're looking at with the options chain with AMC is a lot of calls expiring in the money.
Because we always look at the Stonko tracker. Calls expiring in the money. Oh, great. Yay. What does that mean again? How does that...
Okay. Told you guys about in my last video. So that gamma squeeze is happening. We are seeing that, and that is something else that could push us to the upside very, very fast, very, very exponentially. If you guys look, the option chain, like I said, we could see prices up to $7, $8.
Why don't you actually look at the option chain then?
Especially $7. So we could see a big push up to $7, some sideways consolidation, and then a bigger move later in the week. But like I said, I'm going to have to update more on that because I have very, very limited data after the big push up that we've seen in the gamma squeeze that we are experiencing, and it does mess us up a little bit.
What the hell is he
That doesn't
talking
really
about?
be a
What
shorter week, but
what in the
AMC
fuck is he actually talking about? Okay. Yeah, so you're not looking at the option chain, you're looking at Stonko tracker. That's not the option chain. Here's the option chain. Well, I mean, here's the option chain, but I'm looking at the stats from last trading day, Friday. Yeah, 290,000 puts to 178,000 calls. Put call ratio of 1.6. Let's see about that gamma. And this is I'm looking at this upcoming week's option chain here. I'm looking at open interest. And I'm seeing, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of out of the money. I mean, yeah, sure. Look at the puts though. Look at the open interest in the puts. 31,000 at the money. 25,000 in the money. I'm sorry, yeah, in the money. In the money, out of the money. 31,000 at the money. Gamma squeeze. Not this. This is the other one. Also, well, yeah, I didn't look at the volume, but we'll see the volume update. Guess Tuesday. I'm sorry, the open interest update Tuesday. And there weren't a lot of calls traded, but I mean, and also like, okay, so you saw this. This is the parabolic movie he's talking about. Okay, sure, I'll buy it. That's half of a parabola. Oops. I mean, there's half of a parabola. Okay. You why like why do we not look at what has happened previously on all of these quote unquote parabolic moves? Like, look at this one. This is the ape debacle. I mean, it's over and over and over and over and over. Look at here. May of last year. And yeah, everybody thought this was a squeeze. Oh, it's starting. It's starting. Air knocked right out. How about this one? March. Oh, yeah, remember that? March 30th. Yeah. So I just don't, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But this is the one right here. This is it. Yeah, okay. On a daily basis. I mean, you get up much higher, you're going to get into the overhead supply zone. And we know what that means. But yeah, let's look at the option chain.
Well on shorter trading weeks most often. So that's what we're looking at with the options, and the max pain being around $10, and that's why I think we could see that higher push up to $7, $8, $9, $10 very, very easily. If not, we're going to see some sideways consolidation. Other than that, ape stock is in this ascending, basically two parallel lines. I think that it's also forming kind of a bull flag, but again, very, very limited data. It could be forming.
Well, they can't both go up.
Like this. Here, I'll do it real quick. So you draw a trend, just real quick, boom, and another one, boom. So it have some sideways consolidation throughout the week, and then eventually get a pop to the upside, which would actually keep us in this channel. So consolidate, pop, and then continuing moving to the upside. So I think Ape has a lot of upside. And again, I think Ape will actually see a huge percentage gain during the Moass, maybe even more than AMC itself. Not trying to put one person against the other.
I mean, Ape is going to be gone during the Moass. I mean, unless you think it's happening in the next 90 days. I mean, less than 90 days now.
Do
I want to look at the comments so bad, but I'm going to hold off.
But that is basically it for the technical analysis and fundamental analysis on AMC. Other than the cost of borrow rate,
where was the fundamental analysis?
Rate. Short interest is still around 21%.
It's not fundamental analysis.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, let's look at that.
And if we look at the short interest reported by Fintel, I believe it's about 21%. We'll go ahead and check that out real quick.
That's exchange reported.
Is definitely putting a lot of pressure on the stocks. If you guys see that, the cost of borrow rate is still at over 100%. So we're just chilling here at slightly over 100%. This is the AMC cost of borrow, and that is the rate that they need to purchase the stock at, and the price is that they need to purchase the stock at before legally shorting the stock, which puts a lot of pressure on the shorts.
Well, they don't purchase it; they borrow it. Like, how can you talk about this and make all these predictions and then say the cost to borrow is the amount that they have to legally purchase it for shorting it? Like,
and their position size as well. And short interest is actually increasing to 22.02%.
Lynn, have a good night.
Fintel.
Yeah, but we're going to be winding down here at 9:30. So
that's why I try to go.
Thanks for being here and doing what you do.
To look at my short interest, but we are seeing an increase in short interest, which is pivotal and key for a short squeeze. That's why this play is getting very, very hectic, and things are getting very, very crazy as the price increases, as short interest increases, as the price rises. More and more pressure is put on the shorts as the cost and borrow increases, as the price rises. More and more and more pressure is on the shorts, and this thing is becoming a pressure cooker. And if we see that move to $10, if we actually do see this parabolic movement to $10 or even close $8, $9, who knows what could happen, because I have been saying they have to keep us under $5 at this point, because there's so much pressure on their position that they actually have to keep us lower and lower and lower, and $5 is the boiling point. If we get above that mark, we are going to
I feel like I'm in 2021 here, hearing this shit, except the price is like 1/5 or less of what it was. I mean, come on, the hell.
So that is what I have for AMC and Ape. As you guys can see, things are getting absolutely crazy. Things are getting absolutely insane. I hope you guys are ready, because
yeah, okay, sure. I mean, they were getting absolutely crazier back here. Look, this is exactly parabolic move, consolidation, sell off. Every time. Sometimes you don't even get the consolidation. It's just get parabolic move, and then the symmetrically opposite downward parabolic move. So it's like an inverse parabola. Got to be a name for that. I don't know. Been a long time since I took math. I mean, this is delusional.
I do truly believe in the Moass. I do think that's going to happen. You guys also, I'm voting yes for the AMC.
Wait, he's voting yes.
That way AMC has money, and that will destroy the short thesis. That is a good thing, but I am voting no to the reverse stock split. Anyone who says vote yes to that.
Oh, yes to the conversion, no to the reverse split. Oh, that's gonna happen.
Is an absolute shill. Do not listen to that stuff. Okay, you guys can believe what you want, do your own thing. But like I said, anyone who votes yes to the reverse stock split, that's not needed. Okay, yes, they need money, so we should convert AMC to Ape. or ape to AMC, and that will destroy the short thesis. And then with all of this pressure put on the shorts right now that we're having, with this short interest increasing, the price increasing, the cost
Where
of
the hell do you find this shit, Manny?
all of those
God.
things will cause what I believe to be what we call the Moass, the short squeeze. But that is what I have for you guys. Hopefully you found the video informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead.
You found your own video informative.
Subscribe for
Okay.
more content. And as always,
Look at this crap that they post in the AMC stock subreddit. I think we're gonna spend the last few minutes here looking at the subreddit. This is the only real AMC content out there. I don't trust anyone else. Well, okay. So you trust this guy. The 1-1. We had that person in chat before. I think we had to deal with them. Okay, let's see here. And you know, I mean, screw that new Reddit design. I'm an old Redditor. I don't need a new Reddit design. After Moass. Oh, after Moass, the market is going to shrink dramatically and permanently. An entire generation in just 2 years have uncovered and exposed what was happening for 40 years. Look, we did a stream not that long ago about narcissism in the cult of AMC. I mean, look at this. Look at this crap. An entire generation in just 2 years have uncovered and exposed what was happening for 40 years. Yeah, you did it. You exposed it. All the crime, right? This is also a generation which will be wise enough not to stay in the market after Moass. All right, sure. This is also the generation which was supposed to be the bottom level of the pyramid scheme. Pyramid that falls when the bottom leaves. Post Moass me to the market. Good luck keeping the eye alive with the bottom smart enough to leave in the middle, cashing out as they retire. It's a delusional. That's the Ortex guy posted this. Of course he did. It's Jay Drukas, the Ortex guy. Shill. Okay, what's the implication there? Don't know. That's what I like to see. Apes, let's fucking go. Tobum purchases. Okay, who's that? Who cares? 200,000 shares. Great. They're watching Megan. Good. You are doing your part. CBS NFL pregame shouting out movie theaters. I'm bullish. Did a spot taking place in movie theater. They currently have a tub of popcorn on the desk in front of them. This is too dope. National audience for playoff game. I love to see this shit. Was it an AMC? Was it an AMC theater? They didn't say that. If it had been, they would have said it. I guarantee they would have said it. Nope. I believe it was the AMC. Okay. Theaters are dying and AMC has to adapt or they will go with it. But who cares? We're here for some type of squeeze. So I guess it was an AMC. I guess I stand corrected, but they didn't say that it was. That's odd. Why didn't they say it? Max Payne 15. 15. Really? We just saw that it was 10. Max Payne is meaningless. January, usually a slow month at the movies, not this time. Okay. What is this? Avatar? Okay, 1.9 billion globally. 1.5 billion of that is meaningless. Markets are closed tomorrow. Weekend printers. Theaters are not dead. Okay. Is this their way out? Are they going to shut down cyberspace to make their problems go poof away? Someone print the receipts. I have no idea. Oh yeah, Elon Musk, Starlink. Yeah. Well, those who say movie theaters are an anachronism or dead are wrong, wrong, wrong. No, sort of the float 3 times. I see. Okay. Bullish as fuck. Oh, 2023 films. Cool. 13 films. Cool. Look at these films. Barbie, The Nun 2, Dune Part 2, Wonka, The Color Purple, Aquaman 2. Great. Bunch of nonsense. Joker 2, Conjuring 4, Ocean's 11. AA holding on to his AMC. Sure. Me counting my tendies. Or that I'm seeking a. Okay, here we have the 46th of 49 tweets. Great. So we totally get the context here. This is fantastic. Or that I'm seeking a plea deal, even though I haven't been accused of wrongdoing and I'm not a target in any investigation. Or that while at FTX US, I colluded with Citadel to manipulate tokenized stock prices. Yes, people are actually saying this. Sounds like he's denying it, whoever this is. And okay. He thinks NYC has crime. Wait till you experience Miami, you SOB. No, he thinks Chicago has crime. That's why they're moving the headquarters to whatever. AMC tokenized stock has the FTX logo instead of AMC's CoinMarketCap. This project is featured as an untracked listing. Why is this? Why is it scribbled on there? I don't understand. Or what is that? I mean, all right. Buckle up. AMC generally does well from January to March. Tony, have a good one. Here's the crap Lou is pumping now. Let's see what we got here. I see Reddit is delusional as ever. Oops.
All right. Well, next week is a short week, but still, nonetheless, there's been a lot of movers.
Performance Drink Group.
I wanted to put something that I'm going into this week. It's kind of weird because it's been there, but nobody's been really paying attention to it. I guess they've been kind of like dabbling on it.
Dabbling on
bubbling. Yeah. They've touched on it on, some news on Yahoo. Barron's had a piece on it, but nobody's really
you too, Tony,
done anything on it.
Work on it.
I'm going to do it because this is what I'm looking to hit this week. So, okay. The name of the company is, the stock is PDPG, Performance Drink Group Inc. Relax. I don't know these people. They don't know me. I don't got nothing tied with them. I don't hold shares. Nobody holds shares for me.
Wow, sub penny.
This is what I'm doing. This is my play. This is nothing to do with
real estate development.
But the reason I wanted to put this out there is because I wanted
Performance
to show people
Drink
something.
Group. Whoa, look at that! Wow.
It was out there, but I guess people are not looking at the news on it.
Barron's had this the other day. PDPG news outperformance drink eliminates 1.5 billion common shares. Okay? So they got rid of 1.5 billion shares that were floating above them. Okay, that's scary world because obviously that's when there's all those shares that could be obviously used against us, shareholders, whatever, investors. Then they retired over 7 million shares of preferred stock into the market from the market. So they locked these things up in the treasury. This just happened. Okay, so they eliminated the 1.5 billion common shares that were out there. You know, they killed the dilution. Then they took over 7 million Series A preferred and they locked it up. So they locked it up and they cleaned it up. And at the end of the day, they're launching a search for cash flow positive acquisition. Okay, neither here nor there. But here's what's important about this. This company is cleaning up their stock portfolio, their entire float. They got rid of these excess shares that were out there, and then they locked up this amount here so the company can stay with some form of liquidity in case they ever need it in the future. Now, for my purposes as a day trader, you know, this here doesn't really, you know.
Oh, he's a day trader.
There's no big deal. This part here, yes. You know, the fact that they cleaned it up now.
Okay, what else?
Weird.
Sub penny.
Thoughts of like, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Well, you're not going to do that with me. I'm actually just looking at coming in this. Like I said, my goal is to, you know, go in, hit it for, I don't know, whatever, and then hold it to, you know, a good number in the day trade.
5 cents.
I will look at it. I mean, if it's at this, I mean, this is going to have a bump. It had this bump here up to 20 cents when they announced that they were cleaning themselves up. Okay.
But then
they just had this bump. So if I could get in again at here when they announce, if they're gonna announce that they have a cash flow positive, because that's what they announced. That's it. They said that they're seeking that now. Why would they be doing this as far as the cleanup? Do you understand? Why would they announce that cleanup? Why did they do that? And Yahoo Finance had it here. You know, look, I'll put it over here. I'll go to Yahoo Finance, which I never do, but nonetheless. Okay, let me get out of this. Performance energy drink eliminates 1.25.
This is interesting though, because we normally don't see Lou sharing a screen, looking at stuff, looking at data. It's weird. I just realized that. Like, wow, we're actually looking at. Oh, the comments are turned off. That's interesting.
Billion common shares.
Might have to look into that one.
Plans to aggressively seek cash flow acquisition while continuing to develop its beverage line. And this is.
I mean, okay. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they always say this. Everybody says that. Great. They say they're seeking cash flow positive. I mean, AMC says that.
And see what's going on. This company hired a new CEO. They cleaned up their entire share structure. That's what you guys do. You guys could go, I don't know, AMC, MULN. You could do whatever you want to do. Just do yourself a favor in this year going forward.
What's up with the romantic piano music in the background too?
Banding together, any of that. What I do got to think about is I invested in the company, which I'm going to because I haven't done it yet. It's Saturday at a little bit after 12 o'clock New York. After 2022 is over, the kind of place I was looking for were not generated from Wall Street. It wasn't generated from Reddit or StockTwit or mysterious people that pop up online or strange discords. You know, I'm done with all that craziness, and I'm going back old school. A low price stock with a company that's realigning themselves to move forward. Do I drink energy drinks? No. You see me drink all the time. I drink freaking regular seltzer water. I don't, you know, whatever.
Boxed wine.
But there are people who do drink that stuff, so God bless them. Maybe they drink a lot of it. My stock price goes up. So that's it. This is it. It's an OTC.
God, okay.
Themselves for a positive future. So,
well, thanks for that, Model 3 dude. That was interesting. God. Congress will hit the debt limit soon. What does this mean? It means they will increase the debt limit ceiling as they always do. That is a nothing burger. Oh, it's not available. I wonder why. Problem we all know exists. Hopefully, matinee just because. Oh, lovely. You're doing your part. Doing your part. And target of this week reached. Next week, $10. Next week, $10. Cool. I love how everybody was always bullish, but just kind of ridiculous. But anyway, let's go pop over to the futures one last time. Oh my. Let's pull up the S&P on a daily basis. So this is interesting here. You can see these dips in the open interest right around the first week or so of the month, second week. Corresponding with the big move either way, usually. Here. Come on. Guess where we're at right now? 15th. Second week. We haven't had the dip yet in open interest in January. So will it look like this? Or will it look like this? Excuse me. I mean, what happens every time? So interesting. Okay, back in March it was different. But we haven't had it yet. So, and this is futures contracts, so we're not talking about open interest in options. Let's go back to daily. Go to, I don't know, 2 years. I guess we can't do that. Oh yeah, we can. And then we get some really, serious dips in open interest here. Repositioning. So just something to look at. But today, well, today, who knows? Dollar is bottoming. God. All right, that's the futures. We'll go check AMC one last time. YouTube, AMC YouTube one last time. Oh, updates and dates. Wow, look at that. Uncle Frank, we're not watching 22 minutes. How old is this video? It's got, he doesn't. November 27th, 2021. All right, fine. We'll end with this. Throwback. November 2021.
So I've seen this idea that's been floating around Twitter. It came from YouTube of stopping buying because that's what market makers are using to dilute AMC's stock price. This doesn't really make sense. This is like taking away the buy button a second time. If you want to see what happened, look back in January. I don't think that's a great idea. You guys keep doing. So I've seen this idea that's been floating around Twitter. It came from YouTube of stopping buying because that's what market makers are using.
I remember when this came out, actually.
Stock price. This doesn't really make sense. This is like taking away the buy button a second time. If you want to see what happened, look back in January. I don't think that's a great idea. You guys keep doing. So
Trey, gotta love him. All right, guys, have a good one. Catch you later. No market tomorrow, so probably no stream tomorrow unless something crazy happens. I don't see it, but it could. Oh, one other thing real quick, and one more thing. Let's take a look on trading economics at global markets here. So I saw that Japan is down 1% so far today. Japan, JP 225. Let's put the session breaks in so I can see where it started. Really? Oh, okay. Make sure I'm current here. Yeah. 25.823. 25.8. Okay. Maybe Donahue George was right. All the data is fake. China in pre-markets are opening up 1% roughly. Yeah, so I'm not sure about this Japan number because it's saying that the market is down 1%, but also saying that the JP VIX is down 1%. So I don't know. It's showing Australia, New Zealand up three quarters of a percent. And of course, we can't forget about the crypto pump that's happening right now. So there's that. Here, Bitcoin at 21,282. Ethereum at 1578, and God, I should have gotten back in. If I had gotten back in over here when Manny said that, this is when Manny said, I could have made some money. Oh well. Be careful out there. All right. Have a good night. Catch you all next time. Have a good one.